Yo, take it personal.
You're checking out Take It Personal with my fam.
Yeah, y'all.
Checking out the Take It Personal radio show.
Yeah. It's your boy Foul Monch. You already know what it is.
Right now you're checking out the Take It Personal show.
Nothing but the real hip hop.
Hip hop, the way it should be.
Yo, what's up? This is Cool Keith, aka Dr. Octagon, and you're checking out Take It Personal with my DJ
360.
DJ 360.
Full cypher for that ass.
Now I'm cool with my man Kevlar.
And my man. My man.
They playing nothing but that authentic, classical boom bap shit. Check them out.
Check it out, this is Marco Polo.
Yo, check this out. It's the Soul Brother #1 Pete Rock.
This is DJ Premier. You're live and direct through the speaker.
And you're checking out Take It Personal.
Take It Personal. What up, though? This is Murs.
Planet Asia Medallion.
This is DJ Murs from Cypress Hill.
This is Del, the Funky Homo Sapien. You are checking out Take It Personal.
And introducing in this corner,
The one they call Aaron Wade.
Yeah, chilling with my people.
and over there, Roger the announcer. That's it. No famous. That's it. Roger the announcer.
Take it personal. With my people spinning that fly shit, you heard? Hip hop stay winning. Yeah.
We're here, we're being silly. We got Supernatural, Z-Trip, I'm Murs, and I like to have a good time. And on Saturday mornings, I used to like to get a big fat bowl of cereal and watch cartoons, motherfucker. And if you can't relate to this song, you're taking this shit too serious. It's hip-hop, man. It's fucking fun.
I love eating cereal when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love Fruity Pebbles when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love Super Sugar Crisp when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love Count Chocula when I'm watching my cartoons.
Let's go. Pour the milk in the bowl, make sure it's ice cold. Hold my hand on the top so it won't overflow. Forget playing outside with my friends from school. It's Saturday morning, fool, but you know it ain't cool. Waking up first, cause all that B on the tube is the snorks and smurfs. Kissy first, strawberry shortcake or worse. But coming up next was my boy Johnny Quest, Sim Solomon, but Fat Albert was the best. The Brown Hornet picture pages made me wanna write graffiti. I had to do it when Davy and Goliath couldn't see me. Always trying to do right, they be hanging out with Dudley, but I watched Rocky races rooting for my dog Muttley. You know what really bugged me? The Cobots was whack. Man, they bit the Transformers, and that's a well-known fact. But
After these messages, we'll be right back. Eating cereal when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Frosted Flakes when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat alphabets when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love King vitamins when I'm watching my cartoons.
I remember Teen Wolf tried to go vegetarian. Told Thundar he was a sick barbarian for eating tiger sharks with his Ninja Turtle suit. Because of that, the Herculoids had to kick him out the group. Yo, we used to be drama on the after school scene. Tiny Toon started beefing with Beverly Hills teens, but the Get Along gang would come through and make amends. And by the end of the week, they were all super friends. But G.I. Joe would get them riled up again. Guns out, looking for weapons of mass destruction. Harassing Silverhawks for little or nothing. Of course, the Care Bears wouldn't have the heart to do something. I call Voltron on these inhumanoids, but Centurions wouldn't let the Joes be destroyed. You know, even in cartoon, Americana can't be tackled, but at least you know now, and no one's half the battle.
I love to eat cereal when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat honeycombs when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Cookie Crisp when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Fruit Loops when I'm watching my cartoons.
Now right before we go, I think you got the right to know about She-Ra. On the low, she was a Thundercat hoe. Orko tried to cover up and say she got a man, but he lied, it was really one of Jim's holograms. After that, I got nosy, went around the back and found out Josie selling pussy to cats. Sergeant 321 for a little contact, because Hong Kong Phooey had the illest pimp slap. Her sweet jabber jaws went to the highest bid, but what made it worse is she incorporated kids. So Marshall Bravestar came through with Captain Power and vowed the G-Force would shut him down within the hour, until Chippendale and the Rescue Rangers came through to say them hoes with a mouse named Danger. To make things stranger, she still gets a hoe, but let a hoe be a hoe, and that's one to grow on.
I love eating cereal when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love Crunch Berry when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love Rice Krispies when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Golden Grams when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Apple Jacks when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Cheerios when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I love to eat Tricks when I'm watching my cartoons. Ooh, I like Captain Crunch when I'm watching my cartoons.
Yo, shout out to Take It Personal.
Take it personal. Take it personal.
Take It Personal, episode 43. Racing out the South and bringing that back, baby. 43, Rich or Petty. So open up your fucking Pabst Blue Ribbon, stick some fucking Skol or Copenhagen up in your lip, and get ready to ride with us, bitch.
Episode 43. Another great athlete was Dennis Eckersley, and we are here to save you all like Chino XL and bringing it back. We are going to bring it back to our comfort zone, our security blanket. This is what we are known for. This is what we love. This is what we do it for. Sit back, relax, straight. What do we have in store?
You know what my man KRS once said? It's about the return.
We will be here forever.
We were stuck in the mud down south, and you know what happens when we get stuck in the mud? The wheel goes round and round. But we're bringing that back, doing it right. What do we do for 43? You guys said Richard Petty NASCAR.
Richard Petty.
You said who?
Dennis Eckersley.
Eckersley. How about Troy Polamalu?
Boom! He's on his back.
Oh my goodness. That's right, baby. It is go time, and it's also very exciting in the studio tonight because we're going to be talking brews, beats, and baseball with the homie Murs. It's opening day.
Back,
yeah, right around the corner. Opening day is here, and it's time to talk some baseball and some beats. Let's do it.
Let's go, Phils.
Swing and a miss.
Take a Personal Radio.
Truck 'em out. Truck 'em out.
The best win. Peanuts.
Right now, you listening to Take It Personal, spinning that fly shit, you heard? Hip hop, stay winning, yeah.
Sit back, I'm about to begin. Sit back,
from the top.
About to begin.
This is how we talk shit for 8 bars in the beginning. Our team always winning. In the front row, grinning.
We breathe adrenaline, exhale acid rain. Play with broken glass, shake off the pain. We roll when you fast, take off your gold chain. We take all the cash and take all the blame. We move all the merch, CDs and shirts for you. This is a game, but for me this is work. I clock in. Soon as I step on the stage, I get paid when my record is played. The final frontier is when you master the stereo mix and swing snares and kicks like hands and fists. So when you know that the next man diss, but act like you don't care one bit. See him around, give him a pound, and when his hand extends, you crack a smile and punch him dead in his shit. See, soul positioning, soul possession of pole position. Hold your breath and listen. We're here,
ladies and gentlemen.
The final frontier.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Here now, niggas. Man. Damn these hoes, smack a herb in his face and strike a b-boy pose with a little alligator shirt. Don't make me spit a verse with the subs all bassy. I've been doing this since 10 years old, and ever since then they wouldn't leave me alone. You know Oxy so far you can't see the throne. You're lucky if you peep my ankle. The girl's hand, she's grabbing her ankles, working my box spring and singing the Star Spangled. Bitch, I ain't a patriot. I'm more like a jet type that'll hit you with a lead pipe if the stats don't land right. Niggas try to kill me, but I caught the kite. That's why I say they're here like poltergeists. We're here, niggas.
We're here. Hey, Rambo, get out of bed. Go to school. The final frontier. All right. We breathe adrenaline, ramble crime, Mega Man, dust funk computer, 21 bazooka 2 salute. Plan 9 from outer with a BK wild cooker at the silo. You can find a frontier under vinyl killer bang, zigzag brain companion, tested positive for riot mouth, clip 5 with a damage with a curfew in the city. Right, liberty and justice plus Timmy stuck in a ditch without his dog for once. Hot blood in a sink and my lung out of her fiery speakers. I like how you emphysema licks over your leaders. Gatekeeper, bleach, receivers, and bunk aqualung. Where vertebrates are optional. Personally, I rock one. Personally, I'm Loch-Ness. Breakwater, prickly spine, and bad options. Riddle aches, grizzle, a symbol of bad doctors. Blast off geyser, bad to the crafting of the last boss five. We're here, bitch. The final frontier. First time I grabbed the pen again since the beginning's in it. In stores now, motherfucker, pick it up. Phrases still flipping up like Pac rolling in his grave. Ever since he left, these pseudo thugs can't behave. They use his name to support frail frames. If it wasn't for them bodyguards, your ass to get maimed. I don't play this rap game. I play that bring that bullshit to wax and get slapped game. So fuck a fat chain. I'm bumping bad brains or something that strange while playing Max Payne. My hood plays the crack game. I'm just a ghetto geek, blessed with the gift to speak so I can quote how it's in. Put a fist to your cheek. Hit rock bottom, French kiss the feet and make victory my bitch by the end of the weekend. We're here, we're here.
The final frontier.
Yeah, what up, y'all? It's the one and only Superstition. Right now, you're tuned in to Take It Personal. My longtime peoples, Filler Flavor, Kevlar, and DJ 360. They're the official aficionados. Does that even make sense? Basically, they know what the fuck they're doing, and you don't. So pay attention, you might learn something.
Jack Jones, yeah, spectac, yeah, now listen. You just a rap puppet, a muppet whose strings getting pulled with no say. Who say your opinion overruled? You're fool, the flow super cool, catch retooled. As you just tell it here, and we get a foul mood. Check it, who's tugging your line? The skill undermined with rhyme. Rap rookie, now you in the combine, putting you through the paces as you chases. The dough cash moolah with the fraudulent faces. What's the basis? Caught you stealing second base, kid. Red-handed on some takeover shit. Look what you did, or better yet, not what they told you. The quest for the hype can be the thing that unfolds you. So true, you in the muck and the glue. You're stuck and out of luck. You're stinking like a gym shoe. And if the shoe fits, you'll be the one wearing it. The puppet master plays you down to the least bit. You're half-wit and don't know the whole bigger picture. Check the scripture, your ego out of control. Oh, is this a shot? I think not. Well, here's a dose of reality in case you forgot. You're just a rap puppet, a muppet whose strings getting pulled with no say. Who say your opinion overruled? You fool, the flow super cool, catch retooled. As you just tell it here, and we in a foul move. Foul move. Rap puppet. Foul move. In a foul move. Right. In a foul move.
I tried to tell them, good God, these inanimate objects, unidentified entertainer from the projects, being held hostage while the puppeteer profits. Communities polluted cause you pumping out garbage. Me and my crew, we about to realign the margin, cutting all strings, create our own market while you remain suspect and target. Made a few dollars, disregarded as an underground artist. Saddest part about it, underground is where your heart is. The Section 8 kids in them rundown apartments. Music that you makes and only keeps them in the darkness. Wanna be star, started out being starstruck, acting on mics like you up for an Oscar. First hit was fire like weed to a roster, but I ain't got time for your muppet. The quickest way to get to Sesame Street is you, rap puppet.
You just a rap puppet, a muppet whose strings getting pulled with no say. Who say your opinion overruled? You fool, the flow super cool, catch retooled. As we just said it here, and we in a foul move. Foul move. We in a foul move. Foul move. We in a foul move. Yeah. Rap puppet.
Yeah. I'm hearing from various sources, he's clearly the next thing. What I see is Jimmy Iovine's marionette strings, or L.A. Reid selling the X-Felon for watermelon seeds, selling me nothing intelligently over melodies. You cookie cutter rookie supers back to balance it. Lyrically the epitome of being black and talented. The platform of music, my people sort of indigenous. We stopped creating kings and started rewarding ignorance. Dancing a jig, started ignoring important lyricists. It's bordering ridiculous, new levels of embarrassment. The geniuses are missing, but it's high levels of arrogance. The real shit's more appreciated by non-Americans. I came up on Stetsasonic and Onyx was slamming. By modern standards, it's nothing but robotic programming. Y'all just puppets stuck in your herd and following plans. Thinking sheep-like, you redefining silence of the lamb.
You just a rap puppet, a muppet whose strings getting pulled with no say. Who say your opinion overruled? You fool, the flow super cool, catch me too. As we just said it here, Eddie in the foul move.
Yes, y'all. That's how we do it now. Yes, y'all. That's how we do it now.
Now my heart is as pure as Sanika Shakur. Homegrown in the clips of gangbangers galore. Set self for many shores, still a product of war. Shell shock from the block, rock hard to the core. Though I try to give you more on this mic when I'm spitting in some nines, some text and some abject living. I'ma have that ribbon in the sky wrapped around my finger as a reminder of times kinder and love lingered. Singer, songwriter, smooth talker, street fighter. Hauling heavy words to make the beat seem lighter. I'm a writer with rhythms, ripping, rebelling the system. Repelling replicas, I reject and resent them. Persecution of your peers is the violence of venom. So them in-crowd functions, I would never attend them. By myself, backpack, dreadlocks and some denim. I was never deemed down, cause I dared to be different. I used to go out to them parties, get weeded and stand around. Cause I was too nervous to be myself and get down. Now it's no more standing my back up against the wall. I got myself together now, ready to ball.
So that's how it goes.
When I first worked with Ninth, he was like, it's good that you're working with one producer because that's how like soul music was made. That's how a lot of rock producers are made. This is how music is made. And like he's like Biggie and Nas are some of the few people in hip hop that have made great classic albums with multiple producers. But if you look at Outkast, it's with the Dungeon Family and it's focused. And he's like, and he broke that down for me and like, so then I bought a Curtis Mayfield album. He like gave me all these records to study, and I started studying these things. And I was like, oh, okay, one producer. And he like and teaching me like to listen to the producer and learning the difference between a producer and a beat maker. All right, ask another question. I'm sorry.
I spit hot bars, I spit on cop cars. I spit game to the chicks that belong to rock stars. Got the goods uptown to Hollywood. So what you don't like us, your girl probably would. Having a good day on the freeways of Lose and Mercer's El Doré, listening to Ghostface. Well, hold up and let me smile for a minute while I look across the sky for a limit. Come and get it. I'ma ride this roller coaster till the wheels fall off, and I'ma ride your Cali roll until my eel goes soft. Take a journey through the mind of a one-of-a-kind self-made motherfucker that's enjoying his time on land, on air, on mics and on sea. Let it all just be good times on me. It's California, fool. Flyest breezies in the world, and we could roll up a bleezy that'll make your toes curl. And it goes puff, puff, pass, so you can kiss my ass. Oh, you didn't know? You must have missed the class. It's sunshine one time, MCs with punchlines. Hit elements on Sunday, put it on the front line. And tell them all to make some ruckus for the fuckers in the clutches, and the soldiers in the trenches, and the wenches on the guest list. Call heaven, tell them got a situation. Merce and Seven came to breakfast and left with all the bacon. I spit hot bars, I spit on cop cars. I spit game to the chicks that belong to rock stars. Got the goods uptown to Hollywood. So what you don't like us, your girl probably would. Come on, come on.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Oh yeah, Edda.
Dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah.
Came to get an oil change for my girlfriend's car, but by the time I left, I was short of breath and broken hearted. There she was, bent over a motor, dirty cap with a ponytail that sat between her shoulders, with an oil streak that must have kissed your cheekbone. Thick and voluptuous, I wish that we could be alone. I would love to touch you, rub you, see what's covered up under that greasy blue jumpsuit. Standing there holding that dripping dipstick with a firm grip, yet so delicate. And the way you took that orange oil rag and wiped it clean is guaranteed to get repeated in my dreams. You make me wild, feels like puppy love. Got so lost in your smile when you asked me what the mileage was, and if I ever learned how to change my own oil. Promise that this customer is gonna remain so loyal.
Dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty, dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty, dirty. You're such a dirty girl, yeah. Dirty, dirty. You're such a dirty girl.
Now there's this hamburger stand 30 minutes out of town. Used to go for the best veggie burgers around. That wasn't till I met this round, guaranteed to astound. Short order chef, eyes deeper than sound. She wore a dirty green apron like a silk nightgown. Them cappuccino fingernails wrote my order down. 3 dots tattooed between a thumb and an index. 24 waist held a holster for the Windex. Heat from the grill made a mascara drip. The sweat on her face showed the fuzz on the lip. Them work pants couldn't hide the love in them hips. Call it bad taste, but this girl was the shit. It's the way that hairnet kinda covered up her ear. Had me asking why the fuck she was even working here. But next time I get hungry, I'ma drive to Pasadena, cause I just gotta see her. Mi linda cochina.
What up, though? This is Slug from Atmosphere.
Yo, this is KRS-One. Yo, this is the F.A. Crooked Letter, a.k.a. Fast Young.
Yo, Check 9, baby. Yo, this is Del, the funky homo sapien, down with Deltron hieroglyphics.
Yo, what's up? This is Cool Keith, aka Dr. Octagon, and you're checking out Take It Personal with my peoples, Jason Gloss, Kevlar, and DJ 360.
Black baseball, it was a known fact, Jack. With the weather so hot, who could play like Danny Day? The greatest and the best, like the Satchel Brother Page. Long time and Little Bump in the Hall of Fame. Like Josh and Buck, be alert, duck. Everybody was down for being peanuts. Foxes in the Sunday's best, the brightest dress.
And on deck, said G. Not baseball today, true, it's mostly non-racial. But back in the days, it was all segregated. The whites had the majors and then the blacks had the Negro Leagues. They both had great talent, but then us blacks have no history of all our great players. The teams in the ballpark, but we're here to shed light. Restore the glory they haven't got. Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball. Now the ballpark they played in was very far from a stadium. They only sat 100 troops as opposed to the thousands, but the stands would stay packed for the league that was back. With teams like the Bacharachs and the Homestead Grays, the Eagles and many more came ready to play. In cities like Birmingham, Newark and Chi-Town, the bus trips were very long. Paychecks would bring a frown, but not to these players, cause they really love baseball. You can ban them from majors, but not from the game. With players like Leon Day, who pitched almost every day. His arm would hold up, blowing hitters would smoke away. And then there was Bullet Joe, also with Smokey Joe, King Richard and Sammy G, and brothers like Impo. Next, batter up.
Bring it home, King. They took the long green line, it was so fun. Super and strong to play, 3 games a day. Hey, hey, Thunder Twins are up and gonna win again. Make the other players say, oh, them again? But what do you know?
Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball, they paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave. Black baseball.
Cool. Papa Bell was cool, broke any catcher's rule on the base at night. Total speed, flip the light, coming past, flip flash, he was so fast. Scouts watching their odd and what they saw. The best in the game, it's a shame you don't know. Alex in double duty, and don't forget Judy. Talent was there and it was black.
Give them their credit, folks, and build them a Hall of Fame. Well, legends can rest with uniforms and the whole shebang. And honor the players, coaches, fans in the ballparks. From the Giants of Phillies to the New York Black Yankees, the Pittsburgh Crawfords. Yeah, they don't have to thank me. Just thank the Red Moors, just thank the 8 Manleys, just thank Rufus Lewis. A few names that grab me. Black baseball, They paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave, Black Baseball. They paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave, Black Baseball. They paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave, Black Baseball. They paved the way with players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave, Black Baseball.
Here comes the pitch, and it comes in wide. On the count now, 1-1 to Jackie Robinson.
First batter, first batter.
Now, entering the batter's box is a guy who wears champion socks and likes rings with rocks. Throw up my middle finger to the umpire, cause just choosing the new talent just need to retire. Check the signals from my manager, the first base coach. He's throwing signs, telling me labels is playing cutthroat. Yo, I hit him with a tape of shit to say you take a check swing. I hear the crowd sing, got me plugged in the telephone ring. He says he'll be with me in a minute, no doubt. My dimmer runs out, 3 pitches later, I strike, get him out of yo. Happens to the real MCs because the labels wanna sign up the commercial wannabes. And if it ain't that, it's just a little bit more. Saying, he put on a screw face and scream lyrics that's hardcore. I adore this whole rap persona. But some of you A&Rs must be mixing coke with your marijuana talking. Ooh, he got the new I'm on the pick, but that's an MC that come out with one banger hit. I split atoms, blow up as if I was atomic. Labels talk so much, yo, I laugh at them like they was comics. Check the scoreboard, we're up by 1, 2 more hitters to go. And the song ain't even done baseball.
First batter with him, the pitch is superb. Second batter because the first got served. First batter with him, the pitch is superb. Second batter because the first got served.
From the kids in the batting cages to the pro players, to the labels and the mob in the bleachers making wages. Looking at the picture like, man, what gives? They got one-armed fugitives throwing with prosthetic limbs. Look from the team to the umpire meetings that the man got demoted from stadium to referee and gyms. Synonyms from Big Cheese to the independent label couldn't pay up their debt, so they got cut like unpaid cable. B-E-I-S-B-O-L, accent on the O goal. Feel sweat trickling down the back of my neck. Tighten my grip on the bat. Take a swing and it's a technical foul. Nah, that's basketball. Whatever, good call. How come when black men hit the field, they were throwing bottles, now they throwing $1 million deals? When I steal bases, I do it with pride. For Jackie Robinson, certified. Forerunner for us, home runs. We must hit them straight out the ballpark. I'm not patriotic, so I won't sing the national. Underlying stipulations claim underhanded ways. It pays to have your representatives stay. Or you'll have top executives getting all possessive with your money. And it's not funny, but when a loot is involved, all problems get solved. Maybe because you supply they cocaine fetish. To finish this business ain't nothing but corrupt. Forget all this garbage, I'd rather play tennis.
First batter with him, the pitch is superb. Second batter because the first got served. First batter with him, the pitch is superb. Second batter because the first got served.
Baseball was never for blacks. It used to be a pastime for whites.
That's true.
Now it has mad Puerto Ricans. But that's not the point of the song. The point of the song, and I make it mad simple when I be flipping this script, is that the industry is all over the mound pitching, but nobody's making any hits. Baseball is not just a sport. It's the verbal, mental, physical, spiritual, emotional level that we are on. It's about time that all you devils was gone. Rapping itself is played like Tron. I said it and meant it. If you cannot handle it, then for your ears it's not intended. Be prepared to document it, or at least quote it. When you speak to be exploited, then your spot will get exploded. Bases are loaded, but there is no RBIs in the stadium where players try to be hard as titanium. I got your cranium moving when I be showing and proving. Now you fear that your career is going down the tubes, and it'll be along with the industry that's withering, and what's left oceans about to blow the smithereens. I bring lyrical romance that you'll admire, and to the Hall of Fame I will go when I retire. They'll set your world on fire. There is no vanity fair where every umpire A&R is screaming that you're out of here. And to your amazement, a tax write-off is your replacement. You gotta face it, there is no other crew adjacent. With sounds from the basement, we rise, we energize to take over the whole enterprise. By now you realize that when we're in the place, that we will come fat over piano in the bass. If you're looking for security, then you get in your chase. Come home to Negro League and you'll be safe. Baseball.
Let me run it down the line. Hey, we were a mistake. Who's the best? Who's the worst in this here rap game? For those that claim to be the best, I tear them out the flame.
And I'ma tear shit up. And I'ma tear shit up.
and I'ma tear shit up. Tear shit up.
Oh shit, another young brother hit. I better go over my man's crib and get the pump. Cause to the cops, shooting brothers is like playing baseball, and they're never in a slump. I guess when they shoot up a crew, it's a grand slam, and when it's one, it's a home run. But I'ma be ready with a wild pitch. My finger got a bad twitch, plus I wanna switch sides and step up to the batter's box. Fuck red and white, I got on black socks. But let him shoot a person from the White Sox. What's the call? Foul ball. Babe Ruth would've made a good cop, but he didn't. Instead he was a bigot. Dig it, my life is valuable and I protect it like a gem. Instead of cops getting me, I'm going out getting them. And let them cough up blood like phlegm. It's grim, but dead is my antonym. And legally they can't take a fall. Yo, check it out, it's just a friendly game of baseball.
Black man to dip. Shoot a black man to dip.
RBI, real bad injury, but don't get happy, you're in jail for a century. Just as bad as being shot in the groin. To see who'll shoot ya, they'll flip a coin and watch you run for the stretch. But you don't know the man is at home waiting to make the catch. So the outfielder guns you down, you're out. Off to the dugout, underground. I know a cop that's savage. His pockets stay green like cabbage, cause he has a good batting average. No questions, just pulls out the flamer, and his excuses get lamer. Once a brother tried to take a lead, but they shot him in his face, saying he was trying to steal a base. And people watch the news for coverage on the game, and got the nerve to complain. They need to get themselves a front row seat, or save the baseline for a beat. Cause television just ain't designed for precision, y'all. It's just a friendly game of baseball.
Shoot a black man to dip. Shoot a black man to dip. Shoot a
A kid caught on, but I don't know where the brother went. The umpires or the government. I guess they kicked him out the game and replaced him with a pinch hitter. And a scam, he was a quitter. So the cops usually tournament. Win 'em, I was saying. You can't let the umpires hear you speaking battle like the other kid you won't be playing. Cause they'll beat you till your ass drop. A walking gun with a shell in his hand is their mascot. And when they walk around, let it be noticed, step lightly. The bases are loaded, my man got out from 3 strikes in the skull, but the knife he was carrying was dull. Instead of innings, we have endings. What a fine way to win things, and hot dog vendors have fun, selling you the cat, rat, and dog on a bun. And when you ask what is all of this called, it's just a friendly game of baseball.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is J Live right now. You checking out Take It Personal, you know what I'm saying? So do that.
Yo, it's about that time for me to let about that mouth to mind. Something you wanna rewind, that'll let you unwind. Enhanced by time like vintage wine. You heard it through the grapevine, that it's all on the line. For now on and never, I'ma break through the shine. Peer through the clouds, sprout through the concrete for what it's all about, or disappear into the night. Well, I doubt that the stakes are that high, not quite do or die. More like die you do, that's what I'm going through. So Jake can get live at a venue near you. That's why I quit the job way back in 02. It's the upgrade, what? The upgrade, the upgrade, the upgrade. We not here now merely to survive off rap. We trying to eat more healthy than that. So not to tread water, but to run laps. But see my legs been cramping since the start of gun clap. Not too many in the pool survive from that. So I learned how to stretch to avoid those traps. Stroke 9,000 miles and back. I know it don't look like I swim or run track, but I'm flowing over beats like that. You understand? It's the upgrade. What? The upgrade. The upgrade. The upgrade. Come on. The upgrade. The upgrade. See on stage, I try to ride through the athlon. I run the marathon, getting my decathlon. Yo, I put so many shots in the air, spin the discus and toss mad javelin spears. Long jump, high jump, so many hurdles in here. Take a poll, I vault into the vault with the greats, whether soul, funk, jazz, or that straight up raw rap sound. I fill in your forefront and your background. On the business side, I'm picking up the slack now, so we can stay paid in the shades. You gotta call this the upgrade, the upgrade, the upgrade, the upgrade, the upgrade.
Jay, I heard the people them looking for change. Ain't under they seats, over top of these beats. Yeah, talk underground, but I walk like a giant over top of these streets. What you say? Ain't buying it. Then I read the label on your fable and it state out of date, expired. Back on the shelf, you go see old flow preservatives. Thug niggas ride with me cause I'm ready to die. Righteous ride too cause I deserve to live. That's a real soldier, them Urbamas poses, Coast Guards or something. I write where I'm at like postcards or something. Born in D.C., raised in Maryland, right around the corner from the Grays and heroin. I played in the playground where them strays found. I'm talking about caps now, y'all, not greyhounds. Talking about the cap now, y'all, I stay down. Recess over, Odyssey don't play now. Looking for a beat, holla at me, upgrade now. Let's J Live plug one, you pay now.
Some say if the shoe fit, no, there's another foot that can fit it too. Don't ask, slip that foot in, walk that foot to the cash. Y'all can call me cash shoes, some others call me workmatic. I'm a category 6 when at it. They're all the static in the form. My dogs, we inhale lightning, known as them thunderhounds. Them niggas who don't know us call us underground. Nah, niggas, we underwater. We fuck with Prince Namor and such. Got these pretty little fishes in the clutch, blowing them bubbles. Some light and blow the weed while we brawl your ops to succeed. The very sound your ears feed upon was born and raised in the Odyssey project. Should break the nectaquism. Instead he telling y'all J Live and plug one be a spit mechanism. Channel flows like the whole channel water from out the hydrant through me. Who me? I be the UP. Great.
Brothers from the east, the beats that be thorough, rhymes that be thorough, flows that be thorough, shows that be thorough. Double red, bringing damage to your.
My name is Chops. I'm a producer from a group called Mountain Brothers, and you are checking out Take It Personal with Filler Flavor, Kevlar, and DJ 360.
Kitty cats be jocking when they catch me in the hallways rocking. My tracks is like Jehovah's Witnesses, always knocking. Just when you thought you had all forgotten, the album is dropping, stopping all of your cock blocking. Chops and MBs is hitting off the meters. I lace tracks with the strings from Run DMC's Adidas. Cooler than water ice from Readers. Your daughters fight to meet us. My rhythm is giving hella divas the yellow fevers. You know the steez, chill like 0 degrees. Folks notice me both locally and overseas. Those with ovaries be standing close to me, hopefully. Enter the dragon, essentially bag them like they was groceries. Vocally ain't nobody approaching me, even supposedly. I'm talking globally, bi-coastally. You know the 3 mountain bros and we flow with these, leaving you holding these. Impeach the president so you can vote for me. What?
Bringing damage to your borough, be some brothers from the east, with the beats that be thorough, rhymes that be thorough,
flows that be thorough,
shows that be thorough. Double red, bringing damage to your borough, be some brothers from the east, with the beats that be thorough, rhymes that be thorough,
flows that be thorough,
shows that be thorough. When I school kids, I'm cool and ruthless. Cools end up looking foolish and lose it, saying I'ma quit music. I'm the type of cat with 2 chicks with nice full lips and like huge tits dipped in Cool Whip. When I'm spilling, women find me appealing. If I had a dime for every time a lady caught feelings, that's about $1 million. I'd have made a killing. Back in college, I majored in chillin'. I'm only bugging, you know me, cousin. Your chance of beating me, it's really close to nothing. loving. Hey, your girl's lonely if she needin' loving. Check it out, I'll bone it, you won't even know me nothing. Yeah, I'm kinda shameless, that's why I'm a crowd favorite. Girls misbehave with us, the fellas wanna blame us. That's the lamest. You can't contain us, brainless ignoramus. Don't you know our name yet? We're the greatest, most entertainingest. Mountain Brothers, world motherfucking famous, bitch.
Bringing damage to your bubble. We some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough.
Rhymes that be thorough.
Flows that be thorough.
Shows that be thorough.
Double red. Bringing damage to your bubble. We some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough.
Rhymes that be thorough.
Flows that be thorough.
Shows that be thorough.
We live shit, we bless the nation. Fly chicks arrested, placed in my custody for private investigation. They cry lust to see the sly kid to test your patience. So why trust in me? Cause I spit these gestations of thought. Estimations of naught. Sensations get caught, tangled in the brain. I fought, wrangle with the pain and rap with clout. You pissy drunk on old fashioned, reminisce, yapping about 50 trunks of cold cash. And ever since Genesis the blackness, menaces attract this. My nemesis the whackness. Practice through the book of Revelations, it's changed. We shook the treble bass in mid-range. Then took the devil's place and get strange. I'm only bugging chops, quantize the beats. Harmonize with freaks, that's caramelized and sweet. We on a rise to meet all challenges. Wanna slide your feet off balances and beats that raw talented.
Bringing damage to your bubble. We some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough.
Rhymes that be thorough.
Flows that be thorough.
Shows that be thorough.
Double red. Bringing damage to your bubble. We some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough.
Rhymes that be thorough.
Flows that be thorough.
Shows that be thorough.
Double red. Bringing damage to your bubble. We some brothers from the east with them beats that be thorough. That be thorough. That be thorough. That be thorough. Yeah. 24/7 on the microphone. Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone.
Now I'd like to thank everybody for coming out to my song. If you don't know the words, then nod your head and tag along. It's just a journey through some thoughts and feelings that I had. Vibe emanated, translated to a pad. Every song can be mad, so I'ma try to keep it light. Sorta like I keep my life, you know, stress-free. Smoke some cigarettes, watch some TV, or maybe it's some porn that I rent on DVD. I'm not trying to be nasty, I'm just being real. On Monday nights I watch Raw and Ally McBeal. Hit up the Golden Apple, Allen hooks me with the deal. I read Girl Scouts, Trans Metro, and Invisibles. Comics help me focus when it's time to get critical. No names to call, cause my game's just pitiful. So I sit down and write it. I've seen times a night, and the session don't stop until I see the first light.
Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone.
You see, I make the sounds. Underground fans love, not on SoundScan. But circulating dubs is where I get my love. I know y'all burn my shit. Free copies for your homies, but it's all good. Cause the love that they show me's almost better than the money. Except for when I'm hungry, but even then it's chill. Cause the girl behind the counter's hooking up the free meal. Not because I'm Murs on my MC skills, but because I have a personality that appeals. It's called a mouthpiece. When I choose to spit, no 40 ounce for breakfast, but I got the gap of gift if the situation needs it. It's not like PSC, but pretty damn good. Something that you need growing up in my hood. I done talked myself out of a few ass whippings, a couple busted eyes, a lot of busted lips. And before you start to trip, yeah, I had my share of fights, but only when there was no other option in sight. You see, I'd rather rock the mic cause it promotes a healthy body and a much longer life.
Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone.
Now I let it go till the pen gets tired. And when it takes a break, I'm freestyling rapid fire. Can't hear nothing but the music. Business always personal, the way that I do it. Now when I came into it, I was trying to change shit. Cause this rap business, y'all, oh my God, it's on some strange shit. So when I hit these functions, I must remain lit. Sorta like a sedative, it's so damn repetitive. Yo, what's up, man, what's up? They ask me, Murs, is it fake? Oh man, you bet it is. Phony handshakes and hugs, phony men faking thug. But I don't participate, I just wait to yank the plug. Grind to a halt, throw them in a time vault and send them back to the future. So I can get McFly in the present with the presence and a real type producer. Mum's the word, everyone. Thank you, thank you.
Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Give it to you 24/7 on the microphone. Plug one, translating the zone. No offense to a player, but yo, I don't play. If you take offense, fuck, it got to be that way. JD Dub, show your love. What you got to say?
I say jeans and making cake is at a high regard, and niggas dying for it nowadays ain't odd. Investing in
claim the card, showing out in videos, saying they co-starred. See, shit like that'll make your mama cry. Better watch the way you spend it, cause the stakes is high. You know them stakes is high. Dealing with the...
This is a Living Legends Justice League definitive juxtapresentation. Brought to you by Ninth Wonder and Murs. What up, though? Still giving a fuck, so open up your change and get ready to dump those. Just good dudes that be sounding the same. They get up on TV, steady climbing for fame. Disrespecting ancestors that was bound in them chains. But I'm around in the game, so things is bound to change. I'm trying to walk that thin line between intelligence and ignorance. Have a little fun while making music of significance. And nemesis to niggas just bumping they gums. I give a fuck where you from. It's where your heart at, bitch. You gon' bite, little doggy, or just bark that shit. A slave to the rhythm, knife spark that whip. Cause my heart can't quit, I got something to say. Cause these niggas wanna act NWA. Niggas with artillery and nothing to spray. Just some non-right assholes with nothing to say.
That's right, motherfuckers. Old salty ass, sideways ass motherfuckers. Y'all fucked up now, huh? Murs, get 'em.
I'm from where we leave them running and we hop out of cars. Jump out and beat you down, it's some new all-stars. No stars and stripes, just bars and pipes. And niggas just start shooting, they too hard to fight. I'm scarred for life and charge this mic with bars of fright. Dare any one of you frauds to bite. I'm raw as life with loss of wife and causing strife. Spitting sharp wit like I floss with knives. Not contrived or conceited on your radio, repeated. I'm a elitist and I lead us red hot like Ketis. I'm a Californicator and a street narrator. Steady running rappers down until they meet their maker. Concrete caretaker to these weak imitators. They screech to my slate, a piece of beef to a gator. Or the Heat versus Lakers. I'ma speak to you later and let Nine take me out with techniques in the fader.
What's wrong with y'all, man? What the fuck was y'all thinking about? Damn, y'all motherfuckers is lame, man. Get your shit right, man.
I'm from the home of Double K, nothing but trouble gang. KWS's, LTS's, OFA's, and every other crew that used to rack cans and spray. And mouth the RTD before the MTA. So don't hate what I say or talk down when I bust mine. Trying to make some green like the Culver City bus line. I'm unsigned and hype, dump mines on sight. This Living Legend gang, what you punks rhyming like? I combine with knife, sickest with these beats. I mean so sick like he's forgetting to eat. A hard man to take down like Michael Vick on his feet. And anybody chose me, they was picking defeat. I'ma spit with this heat until I get my credit. I'm a verbal martial artist like I'm signing shady records. And you bitches best respected or I will destroy you. Have your whole crew screaming out, you're my boy, Blue! You're my boy, Blue!
And then you!
Look, Knight, everybody out here wanna be hustlers, man. But they don't have any idea on what I used to do. I used to do anything imagined. A nigga like me was scared to go to jail, so I had to use my brain and think of just the most outlandish shit. Shit niggas will never do. I used to get dirty. These motherfuckers out here be out here just queer hustling, man. They got it all backwards. I'ma show them how I used to do it. A lot of people wanna knock what we do on my block, but we do what we do cause we ain't got a lot. And you might get shot if your tongue's not watched, cause dudes walk around with hand cannons in they crotch. Fucking up the way they walk, stuck to the strip like scotch with a top-notch botch that could cook clean watch. See, times is too hard for us to ever go soft, so the doc got me on prescription strength Zoloft, so I could deal with the stress and I won't go off. But I'm on top, won't stop till the microphone drop. Rolling 4 deep in the cut like what? Hit you up and then roll off. We tryna get this dough off. We don't do diamonds cause my dudes ain't show offs. Tryna keep it low so we don't see no cops. Wanna blow up but I don't wanna go pop. Gotta blow up cause I can't let this go stop. H-U-S-T-L-E, hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. Go not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie. H-U-S-T-L-E, hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. Go not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie. I used to sell incense, bought them 10 cents a dozen. Hit the strip and make them flip for $1 a sack. Every day before junior high, I bought a 6-pack. Kiss on them for $1 a piece down by the track. And I never sold crack, I did aluminum cans. Used to get laughed at by you and your mans, but I never let it get me. Stayed true to my plans, I used it all for the studio. Now you understand. In the grocery store parking lot, like can I help you, man? To the car with those bags, used to run that old drag. For an itty bitty tip, maybe a quarter or more. And when I wasn't doing that, I was knocking at your door like, man, speak to the head of the house and then give you the speech on how buying this candy's keeping me out the streets. Cheap dirt hustles, no glorious tales, but it did keep my black ass from going to jail. And I'm a H-U-S-T-L-E hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. No, not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie. H-U-S-T-L-E hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. No, not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie. I can make $1 out of dime when I holler out a rhyme from the school of hard knocks. So a scholar of the grind used to dub taste myself, claim the quality was fine, but it sounded like shit. Hella hits, lots of static. But for 3 plus 2, them shits move like magic. That's 5 well spent for true hip hop addicts. And once they friends heard it, then they all had to have it. So I took it on the road with little to no baggage. Just some draws and cassettes, dropping jaws with my sets. Once they saw the live show, they had to take a piece home. Now I'm almost famous, used to be least known, but not too big to walk the streets alone. Stand in front of any venue with a box of CDs, and these kids love me. I stay DTE, down to earth and down to merch at any given moment. If there's money on the block, then where am I? Cause I'm a H-U-S-T-L-E hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. No, not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie. H-U-S-T-L-E hustler. You never find a dime that ain't mine, motherfucker. No, not to be broken, have to stroll like a sucker. So pay me what you owe me and don't play with me, homie.
Here's another exclusive interview on Take It Personal Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest. He's under the weather, but he was kind enough to honor his obligation, or I shouldn't say obligation, but his commitment to doing the show, and it's none other than Murs himself. What up, Murs?
Hey. Murs, what up? What up, though?
Good to have you.
What, do you have, a cold or the flu? What's going on?
Yeah, explosive diarrhea, flu type thing.
Lead with explosive diarrhea. It's not sexy, is what you're saying.
I hear an echo. I hear that echo. You're in the bathroom taking this interview, ain't you?
It may happen. Be warned, it may happen. I'm not gonna parse people, just so you guys know it's authentic.
It's not sexy. It's animal.
No, it's not sexy at all.
Well, look, there's so much we want to talk about, but I know for it'd be ideal for the listeners to kind of get reacquainted with you, because you have such you've been in the game for many years. What, 2 decades at least? More than that.
Yeah, a little over that.
A little over that. I remember back in the day of IRC, Internet Relay Chat, which was a big thing. It was like Dalnet, Undernet. That's where I discovered you. I'm an East Coast cat, but I had a friend who sent me a For Real, and I was like, who is this? And then I know, like, maybe a year or 2 later, Good Music came out. I copped it off Sandbox. It was like a double disc. I'm like, wow, this is really dope stuff. And I don't know if a lot of you have like 3 types of fans. You have like the day ones, right?
Yeah.
Then you have fans that probably have been put on to you by maybe the collaborations, whether it's from Ninth or Slug or Terrence, whoever it might be. You have those people that were exposed to you later on. And then you have like the new fans, like the people that know of your music now, whether it's from you working with Strange Music or the crazy collaborations you've done when you went to Warner Brothers. So I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but you definitely have a few different types of fans.
Yeah, I always say it is like I don't really have any like Murs fans. I have like Strange Music fans, Aesop Rock fans, LP fans, Slug fans, Snoop Dogg fans, Tech 9 fans. But there are very few people, if you ask them, like, oh, who's your favorite rapper? They'd say Murs. It's always like, oh yeah, I know you because you did this, or Living Legends fans, or Grouch fans. Like, they're all like, I'm everybody's number 2. How does that sit with you? How do you feel about that? I mean, on an ego level, it's like, oh man, but at a young age, and not say young age, as a teenager, I kind of got over that. I was like, being the type of music I do, people may not believe it or whatever, but like I was a kid from the neighborhood, man, so I didn't care what the fuck it was, as long as I was getting paid and I wasn't on the block anymore. I didn't care. a lot of I think underground rappers I know, especially the black rappers, because there's a glass ceiling for black indie acts, you know.
And hard to be a rapper with the name Nick Carter, so you had to go right to an alias, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. Well, no. That was rapping before there was a Nick Carter. I was a huge Keith Murray fan. I thought, damn, just keeping my name would be awesome. I had gone through about 3 or 4 different names at that point. And then I came with Murs and it stuck. And then years later, I was like, oh, I'm glad I came up with Murs because Nick Carter's not as unique as I thought.
Well, Murs is what I read this, so I don't really know if it's true, but making underground raw shit, is that what the acronym stands for?
Yeah, I think the original was making the universe recognize and submit.
The alien days.
Okay.
Sounds like your KRS-One days. Like knowledge reigns supreme.
Definitely knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everybody.
You mentioned like there's a ceiling for black underground rap artists, and you were pretty, like I said, you were pretty prominent back in the maybe mid to late 90s. And you're from the LA scene. I have to imagine, groups like Freestyle Fellowship, Dell, Cube, like all these acts were great influences on you guys, especially you, because you're an amazing storyteller. How did you decide to stay in the lane that you're in for that period of time, being exposed to so much hip hop music and different influences coming from LA?
I think my story is more like the average person in the world, where people don't want to hear fantasy, whether they admit it or not. Just staying in my lane, I felt like was also paying respect to Freestyle Fellowship. I grew up trying to rap fast like them. Or not grew up, but I came up trying to rap fast like them. And I said, like, what's the point of biting someone? I think I love them because they're so unique. What's the point of me trying to sound like them? And the same thing goes for Ice Cube. Like, I can tell the same stories. And definitely, like, as we get older and we see, for me, the Straight Outta Compton movie was really good, but it was also an admission that Cube or Dre are nothing like what they rap about.
Yeah.
They openly admit that. And for me, I'm definitely, my story is just as real as Ice Cube's, and I could have enhanced that and sold that, But I thought that was like, the beauty of gangster rap was everyone told them they were going to fail. It wasn't ever, my mom swore up and down those kids would never make any money saying B and N and H on their records. No one wants to hear that mess.
And did she influence you at all as trying to like stay in a different lane and take the respectable approach, I guess?
No, my mom doesn't think my music's any more respectable. Because we were just talking to my wife about that. Like, she always says, like, where did you get this horrible potty mouth? Because once I got old enough, I was like, I'm going to do what I want and say what I want. If you feel disrespected, I'm sorry, but this is how I talk. So she was, I was like, well, look at the men you married. My mom was very into street guys who didn't watch their mouth around us. But yeah, my story, if she, I think now that she's older, she could tell the difference. But back then, I might as well have been rapping about robbing someone. That's just as bad as that same bitch. Doesn't matter why you say bitch. If you say bitch, you're a gangster rapper in her book.
One of the things about you that I appreciate, and I think this probably resonates with most people, is that you do come off very much real, sincere, heartfelt, especially, the latest album. But even your earlier stuff, like, you weren't afraid to be honest and be judged. You were just you. Like, not many rappers are going to talk about watching Ally McBeal, but you did. Even though you watched wrestling on the same night. You know what I'm saying? But
we got to talk wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I think that's kind of what made you stand out to a lot of people. To me, I appreciated that because, like you said, most rappers are not like what they come off as.
Yeah, I think more rappers did watch Ally McBeal than admitted to.
If they had a girlfriend, they did.
I wish I could say that was the reason, but I would hide. If it wasn't me, I would definitely hide with you. But no, I just liked it. I mean, I was really a huge fan of Lisa Nicole Carson. Anybody that had that hair, Mel B, Lisa Nicole Carson at the time, Groove Theory, Amel LaRue. So like, she got me into it. She was also one of the few, black women that were her. She was authentic, in her look. She wasn't Holly Berry.
Murs, have you seen that show All American on CW right now?
I can't watch it, bro. As much as I want to, I can't watch it.
There's the reason I bring it up, there's a girl on there that looks exactly like what you're describing. Like the Mel LaRue, that whole look.
Like Cree Summers?
Looks just like him.
Yeah.
You'd approve.
Okay, I gotta check it out. It's just so bad when they film a show in Los Angeles and they can't like
Get it authentic.
Get authentic Bloods and Crips.
Once upon a time in the black part of the city.
It really like hurts my feeling. Like there's
Offensive.
people who are out here committing really real crimes that you could probably save their life by giving them a role.
That's a good point.
But I wish I wanted to watch it. I like the storyline because I love Friday Night Lights and the movie. I've seen the movies. I don't know. I've never seen the movie. I read the book and watched the show.
The show was great.
So I was when I saw the premise, I was like, oh, dope. Bloods and Crips and Friday Night Lights. I'm in.
Yeah. On the flip side, I've been watching The Village, man. All about kind of New York. It's actually a great show. I don't know if you peeped that yet.
No, what is it on?
It's on regular cable.
So was there like 250 regular cable channels?
It's
on regular cable.
It's on AB. I think it's ABC or NBC. I'm not sure. It's actually really good though.
It's about the Village in New York.
Yeah, basically about the West Village, about different different age groups and how they all kind of intertwine. It's very political. It's got a little bit of social issue in there. It's actually quite good.
Does it take place now or like the Fat Beats era?
Well, it's not from a hip hop perspective yet. From what I've gotten into.
So there's a chance there could be a Fat Beats cameo.
There might. You never know. Orca will be downstairs selling his CDs on the street, trying to get people.
well, speaking of Fat Beats, here's the segue. Let's now bring it to the Def Jux era. Let people know how that came about. You and LP, obviously you dropped The End of the Beginning. You put out some really great material. You were on some great collabos. I remember, what's that RJD2, Final Frontier? You were
That's
on
when,
that was a great one.
That's when we were playing a lot of your shit, Murs, on Phil Flavo's show when we were doing college radio.
Yeah, it's like 2002, 3.
Yeah.
So how did that come about?
That was right in our wheelhouse.
That relationship.
There was, first time I went to New York as a rapper, a quote unquote rapper, we did a Rocksteady jam. I think at Rocksteady Park. And I was like the Mystic Journeymans, the guys who founded Living Legend, for those who don't know. It was kind of like I don't know what to say there. Like I was like a pit bull. Like I was a freestyle battler.
You were the secret weapon.
Yeah, kind of. I wouldn't say secret weapon because I wasn't valued like a secret weapon because it was like a show pony kind of thing. Like, go out, this is our little homie, go out there and do that thing you do. You know what I mean? Like the one guy in the breakdancing crew that can do like aerial maneuvers,
Or the little like 7-year-old that comes out and like wows the
Yeah,
crowd.
exactly. Because I couldn't really I couldn't really rap yet, but I could freestyle my ass off. So they were doing Rocksteady jam and the sound went out in the park. The beat stopped playing. And they're like, oh, bring out Murs. And so I just started freestyling a cappella. And that was right when the Obey Your Thirst commercials came out on KRS-One. So I started shitting on KRS-One because of that. Which I was way out of line. But I was kid,
You remember what you said?
Nah, I don't know. And then everybody went crazy. You know what I mean? Then we were supposed to do the Gavin with Co-Flow in a couple months, and we saw them walking through the park because they were on next and Lynn and Just and them. So I went up to LP and I was like, yo, Murs from Living Legends. It's like, oh, word. Yeah, we're going to be out there in Cali. Well, I said, yo, hit me up, get there. Here's my tape. And that was it. And then we got to Gavin, and L had actually listened to the tape, and he's like, bro, who said this? And on the table, who's this? And, oh, that's me and my boy. So I was like, y'all are dope. I was like, cool. Then we all went out to Denny's, and it's like we went to Denny's, and it was like the white rapper convention. It was EC Illa, LP, Soul, Sage Friends. Like I was like, yo,
God.
And then we almost like with me, L, and A were hanging out, and then I think we almost got in a fight. And he drank whiskey and like smoked cigarettes and shit that I just kind of was into. So we're just cool. And we almost got in a fight, and he was down to fight. ASAP jumped up. ASAP's a black wolf from Living Legends, not ASAP.
Not ASAP Rock.
Or ASAP Rock was a thing. And he jumped up and snatched a branch off a tree, huge branch, started swinging it at the kids. Some random San Diego dudes. But L was with the bullshit, and I was like, man, I love this guy. And from there, we just like, whatever it was, whiskey, strip clubs, whatever, we were always together, if we were in town. And then he actually asked me and ASAP if we wanted to put out records on Jux, and he said, ASAP, I don't know what happened with ASAP, but I was like, hell yeah. From there, I just, I lived at his house in Brooklyn, and we'd record, and Vast was there, that was the fraternity. I think everybody thought it was. It was really that.
They were huge during that time.
Yeah.
And I got to think he gave you like carte blanche on the album. You worked with a lot of people. You worked with Blockhead and Dibs and Ant. Obviously, you went on to produce one of the Felts. Oh No, did I mention that? I mean, and of course LP. So that was kind of where you started working with different producers before we got into, before you and Ninth and Terrence.
More of that indie style.
Yeah, so that was a cool transition, because I know, again, going back to your fans, so like you had the day ones of people that remember you from, Three Melancholy, or like you said, the early Living Legends type stuff, and then you progressed and you put out the album on Def Jux.
Feel free to hate me and to doubt me, but until you stood behind my plate and peep the way I truly swing, you could never out me. See, opinions are like rap careers. Everybody's got one, and most amount to zip. Even less if it's a hot one, like them radio songs that make us sing along. Cause the beat is real heavy and the hook is real catchy. Make you nod your head steady and you don't feel sketchy till you're all by yourself and you riding around, and all of a sudden realize how stupid it sounds. Mainstream or underground, away team, hometown, it boils down to the facts. Whack is whack, can't hold shack, and a party ain't a party if you don't bring a sack or your own 12 pack or this 12 on the wax. I detail every track.
And then what, like a year, maybe year or two later, or a few years later, you got snatched up by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Which is crazy. So that's a huge jump. I mean, it's Warner Brothers. So tell me about that. I mean, that's almost as big as it gets. And on that album, you had Snoop, will.i.am, and not many people realize this, but fucking DJ Quik mastered that album. You worked with Quik. You had like these 18-hour days with him.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So there's so much to talk about. So let's go.
I want to hear about Quik.
Yeah, how did the Warner Brothers thing come about? Tell us about Quik, because right now Wade is rocking a Quik shirt. What does that say?
It says DJ Quik is in the motherfucking house.
Yes. So we want to hear about
that's
that.
Amazing.
Man.
I need a picture of that shirt.
All right, take one.
I'll send you one right now.
Put it on IG.
My wife made it.
Oh, that's dope. That's real dope. Man, yeah, that was a time where I did really well on sales in the beginning, and that was the time also like where I didn't get it, but I was like, I cried my first week's literal tears at my first week's sales. I was like, man, this is a failure. I had so much high expectations. Then in the beginning, it just kept growing and growing, and then I hated 316 when we finished it, and then that did better, and it still had a shitty first week. And I remember being pissed because it didn't come out on 316, because 316 fell on a Tuesday that year.
Oh,
but I was pissed at Def Jux. I can still remember sitting in my Cadillac in my mom's garage, and my mom's driveway, being like, blaming at our label manager, like, what the fuck? Why can't I release it? Is that you have two choices in March? It's the 23rd or the 9th. And I was like, fuck you guys.
How can that be?
We had a small distributor, and they had 2 weeks in the month where they would be able to release through the record stores and traffic. And
all right, I have to ask you this: 316, is that like a Steve Austin?
Of course, he was a huge.
It is,
he was
right?
a huge wrestling guy.
No, it's my birthday.
No.
Oh, it is your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way.
Yeah. You're our age.
Yeah, man.
Wade is slightly older.
I'm
Andre's
48.
55.
Shut up. I'll be 40. I'll be 48.
I'll be 41 April 10th. So yeah, happy belated, man. That was a few weeks ago.
Yeah, happy pre-birthday.
Yeah, thank you, man. So I really thought for some reason it was like a 316.
I just made the assumption wrestling,
because you're a huge wrestling buff. Why did I
Yeah.
It
was. I don't think it all came around the same time. Yeah, that was definitely had something to do with it.
And you had John Cena on a remix with like E40.
Listen, Cena can rhyme, dude.
Yeah. Him and Bumpy Knuckles. Freddie Fox had a joint.
He still uses that song from 15 years ago as his ring entrance. Because it's dope.
Like one on the beat.
It's dope.
You think it's all fun and games, but this shit is no joke. The type of stage where the millionaires are cutting your throat. They move quick, but I'm quicker. Seen stiffer than straight liquor. You fall by the wayside, I ain't gonna lay with you. Born to keep moving, proving I'm wrong. A straight hustler. Stay true to the song. In the street, they pull heat and try to settle a beat. In the square circle, you feel the metal, the teeth.
So I know we jumped because I said Warner Brothers, but all right, let's backtrack. So the 316, you were pissed it didn't drop on the day you wanted, but everyone loved the album. I mean, it was it smacked everyone in the face. It was like, wow, Murs in 9th. This
single was fucking punching the grill.
Thank you, man. Yeah, it was weird. You know, for him, I think it's still weird for Ninth. It was weird for me. My core, I think you're talking about my different fan base. My core fan base was pissed when I went to Def Jam. Oh, you were the East Coast label. Why aren't you letting the Grouch produce this and that? And the funny thing is that Grouch and those guys would rarely give me beats. It was like pulling teeth to get beats from those guys. And then when I did the Ninth thing, they're like, well, why aren't you just doing a whole album with LP or Aesop Rock or Blockhead? And I'm like, because you guys didn't want me to do the last one. And I like this guy. And so this, you know, and then, but I guess the whole point was like, it didn't matter when Dead came out, and it didn't matter my first week sales, because, you know, after that, like my barber, or used to cut a guy from Warner Brothers hair, and he called me like, yo, this guy wants to call you from Warner Brothers. Can he call you? Like, yeah. He's like, yo, man, let me know what you. And this is before I knew my A&R. A&R was like the kind of guy that just reaches out to everybody who's hot. At the time, we were selling like, you know, I think 316 was almost up to 70,000 records independently, and that was a 50-50 split with LP with, you know, a $5,000 budget to recoup. So I was making money, so I was like, I don't really care about Warner Brothers, you know. But it's nice that I know you guys are checking for me. Cool. But now that I know, like, he wasn't gonna sign me anyway. And a year later, I got back from London, recording the 3MG album, and I got a message from a guy named Paul Gomez, who I had been trying to get to sponsor me through Hurley. He was the vice president of Hurley. He's like, yo, take a meeting. I just opened up this label, and it was the president of Warner Brothers' son and another kid that they had been given a boutique label through Warner Brothers called Record Collection that no one knew was distributed by Warner. And I went in there and I told them, like, yo, like, he's like, just take, he's like, I don't give a fuck. And I wanted this guy to sponsor me for Hurley, because I was into skating growing up, and I started hanging out. When I got my first rap check, I moved out to Orange County, and I started hanging out with pro skaters. And they told me, like, oh yeah. I was like, how many contests do you have to win every day to like afford rent? And they're like, we just get paid month by month. I was like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, oh, my clothing company pays me this, and then my board company pays me this, and then trucks, wheels, and by the time that you added it all up, they're making 85 to 100K a month, and it didn't have to win any contest.
Damn, I'm going into fucking skating.
Yeah, and I was like, so your clothing company? He's like, yeah, and if I do an ad for my board company, but I'm wearing my clothing company t-shirt, I get photo incentive, which they give me $2,500. But you're already getting paid to do the ad by your other company, and then the other company pays you if you wear your t-shirt that they're already paying you to wear.
Wow.
Triple dip.
Yeah, so I was like, whoa. So then I went to LRG at the time. I was like, yo, check this out, man. I know you guys have pro skaters. And I went into their offices and I saw the salaries of their pro skaters at the time. And I was like, yo, I'm in way more magazines. I'm on TV way more than these dudes. When I do shows, there's way more than people that are at the in-stores for skaters. Fuck, I can't get photo incentive at least. I can't get a salary like these guys. And they told me, we don't pay rappers.
Shit, why is that?
Exactly. I was like, that has to be the most racist thing I ever heard.
No
bro.
shit.
That was Hurley, you said?
No, that was
LRG. But LRG.
Hey, when was this?
LRG was very
this had to be a
very
long ass
urban
time
at the
ago.
time.
Yeah, LRG
Yeah,
was very
03.
urban.
Okay.
Yeah,
03.
04.
They put out a few compilations too, I think.
LRG was a big deal back in the, you know.
So they don't want to touch
early
rappers,
2000s.
but they would put out music. That's crazy.
Yeah, well, they sponsored us. We were one of, like, people used to think it stood for Legends Research Group. Like, Living Legends have been wearing, when they were just had t-shirts only, we were wearing that shit. So we had grown with the brand, and I had grown more so than anyone in the crew. Like, I'm like, yo, I'm like, you guys are coming up, I'm coming up. You know what I mean? I was like, why aren't we doing combo ads? It's like, why is there a Carl Watson ad in double XL? Why wouldn't it be a Murs ad? That doesn't make any fucking sense.
Mm-hmm.
And then why are you paying Carl Watson, but you're not paying me? And we just don't pay rappers. That's our policy. I was like, well, that's pretty fucking racist, man. Even though
that's
they're paying the
ridiculous.
black skater. Carl Watson is a black skater.
Right.
But I was just like, I was like Adidas, Kangol, all the people back then notoriously don't pay rappers. And I was like, you could be the brand and change that, you know? Because Adidas had a skateboard team. They paid their skaters, but they didn't pay rappers monthly fees. And so, you know, I went to this long explanation. He's like, and it just ended with, no, we don't pay rappers. Click.
And meanwhile, rappers did more for Adidas and Kangol than fucking anyone else back in the day between Run DMC and LL Cool J and all that shit.
Right.
LL synonymous with Kango.
Didn't something happen with MC Shan today or the other day where he started going off on like
Puma
on hip hop and like how like he wasn't getting paid back
by Puma,
in the day?
right?
Yeah,
He should have been getting paid by Puma.
Now, Murs, were you a World Industries dude back in the day with the skating? You know, always getting all the cool shirts back then before they kind of sold out and went kind of mainstream.
I was into it. I wasn't getting a lot of the shit. You know, Well, the way the World Industries was a little risque. I was still living at my mom's house. She wasn't.
You were
trying
still a
to let
little
me
young.
have that.
Yeah, they had the best shit though. I mean, whether it was fucked or all those crazy, they really were the t-shirt pimps of the early days.
Yeah, it was great, man. I wish I could have been in all that shit.
And Fresh Jive was a great, LA-based, company that just fucking moved, man.
Yeah, and they were one of the first people to offer me photo incentive when I decided to stop wearing LRG.
Yeah, because they used Farside as kind of their, I had the Fresh Jive tape that they sent around to all the record labels. I was at Capitol at the time, and they had a whole Farside videotape that was done, and it was like all exclusive rhymes and it was like all behind the scenes shit. It was awesome.
I need that tape. I never knew that.
I got it. Yeah, I still have it, actually.
So speaking of awesome, let's get back to this DJ Quik story. What is it like working with one of the greatest producers of all time?
Yeah, I signed this boutique label. I get a Hurley sponsorship, and then then they fuck me over, and they're just dragging their feet, and they're just young. They're not bad guys. They're young. They're making mistakes. It's pissing me off. So I go in there and do the Ice Cube, Crowbar, flipping tables, chasing people around the office. They let me off the label. I call Sadiq from Rhymesayers, like, yo, Ninth doesn't have his half the advance. I kept my advance because I didn't need their money. Can you give them the other half and we'll get Murray's Revenge out and we'll put it out on Rhymesayers? He's like, sure. And that Monday, the president, whose son I threatened to beat up or threaten his life probably, was like, yo, come into the office. I want to meet with you. So I go into Warner and he has every tape. He has Penguins, 3 Melancholy Gypsies, VHS tapes, all on a desk. And he's like, I know you are. I know what you do. What do you want? And I was like, I just want to leave. And he's like, I can't let you do that. I signed Tupac. You remind me of Tupac, blah, 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 blah. Sure. I was like, all right, well, fuck it if I got to stay. And as long as there's more stories and dramas, but I ended up under the same A&R that didn't really want to sign me from 316. And he showed me the ropes and he was great. And then they opened up a $500,000 budget. So I recorded with Primo for that record. LES. I was doing a lot of stuff at Can-Am, which was the old Death Row studios. With Terrace, me and Terrace started working together. And this is before Terrace Smart was thing, 1500 or nothing. And we just had a who's who of LA come through. And then one day Dre said, I'm working on Detox. Now remind you, this is 2006, 2007. And we have booked 2 weeks solid at Can-Am all day for 2 weeks. They gave Warner Brothers their money back because Dre said he wanted the studio. And so we had to go to New York. And then when Warner Brothers like, sorry for the inconvenience, they put me up at the Waldorf. They're like, we'll pay for your time with Primo, whoever you want to go at the East Coast. Then I record for a year. They don't let me get off the road. So I'm spending this $500,000 budget they gave me on every, I'm 3-6 Mafia, like, they're like, we'll fly you to Miami. We just found Scott Storch on a boat in Miami.
Doing lines.
Yeah, literally. He's like, yo, like, he's crazy, but if you want to go down there, we just gave him, this much money for a production deal. He owes us 10 beats. You can have one of those.
He was making so much money at that time.
So all that led to the album you hear getting done with a bunch of random producers and it's kind of all over the place. But Terrace was at the helm of it because Terrace and I knew each other from Baby's mother's from my neighborhood.
You had Knots on that album too. That was kind of like before Knots. Knots is like the man now, but you had Knots.
Yeah, Knots was out here. I'll just say this: a lot of great music you hear is ghost produced by Knots. So Knots is in LA frequently doing beats for the stars. Wow. And when I say stars, not star rappers. So he happened to be in town. He's such a down to earth and talented dude.
He's talented, dude. He's definitely that guy right now.
I think he lives in front of the beat machine. For real.
Yeah.
In the dark.
Yeah. Just banging out beats, Emmanuel.
To this day. And so Terrace had just did a lot of producing and writing on Ego Tripping. Him and Problem and Bad Luck. This is while me and Terrace were doing my favorite album. I know no one asked me, but my favorite album I ever done, which is Melrose with Terrace Martin.
which was trashed by like your fans. I remember online reading.
Oh yeah, they hated it.
I think the album cover alone
Which kinda
probably
goes back-
made people run away.
You had 3 tiers of family, and your day ones, I think, were pretty harsh when that album came out.
Yo, terrorist, she only spoke a bit of English. She was Persian or Armenian, I couldn't distinguish. Smoking on a cigarette, Newport between her lips. She had hips like a mannequin. I need to take a trip. Put the tip of my tongue to the center of your soul. Let your love fill my mouth, then swallow it whole. I got a Melrose fetish, a slut, I'm so pathetic. All this unprotected sex, I won't live to regret it on Melrose.
Yeah, so I loved it. Me and Terrace had a good time, but this is an era like, I go to Terrace's house and he could be like, oh, Problem just left, or Problem sleeping in this room, Bad Luck's in this room, Scheme from Inglewood's over here, TD this, like, but this was 07, 08 before anybody was really on. And me and Terrace just knocked out the album. But at the same time, he had found DJ Quik, and DJ Quik mixed Ego Tripping for him. He was helping DJ Quik get checks, and no one was going to say no to DJ Quik.
Mm-hmm.
But DJ Quik was fresh out, I think, 6 months in solitary confinement.
Damn, he was in solitary?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think when you cause enough problems, like, because I don't think he wanted to go PC as a quote unquote. He wanted to walk the main line, as they say. And for those not in the know, that's like if you're a rapper and you go to jail, they can put you in protective custody. Number one, to protect you because you target. Number two, to save them paperwork. Because if you keep getting in fights, they have to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's a headache for the COs, I believe. I've never been to jail, but that's what I understand from my homies. So I think they put DJ Quik in solitary for acting up, quote unquote. But that's the urban myth and legend. And Snoop Dogg is one of the few rappers to, like, in his prime, walk the main line. Like when he went to county and jail, or for jail while he was waiting to trial him for murder, he went in as a Long Beach Rolling 20s Crip. He didn't go in there as Snoop Dogg, which a lot of every other rapper almost you hear has been in jail. I think like Spice One, Flesh and Bone, Old Dirty Bastard, Snoop Dogg, DJ Quik are the street legends I hear from my homies that were locked up around that time that didn't take PC. So it's a big deal. And maybe there's more. I'm just not plugged. I can't vouch for anyone else, but these are guys that were in LA County jail from every now and then.
I love Spice One's Instagram page. He makes fun of fucking everybody. It's great.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know he had one.
Oh, yeah. He just shits on all these fucking, like, rappers today, like the fucking...
Kiddos.
What's it called again?
Mumble.
Mumble rap shit. Yeah. It's fucking hilarious.
So before we deviate from... You got to tell us, like, one good DJ Quik story.
Oh, man. So many. Yeah, so we, like you said, we're like 18-hour days together.
Is he really always talking about pussy because he loves it?
Black pussy, I always talking about it because I love it. Women get gone up as soon as they let me rub it.
We had some wild nights. That is for sure. Man, he made me. I was vegan at the time, and I've been on and off vegetarian since I was 16, so it was a long time. And one day he just came to the studio. He was like, "Yeah, man, we left here at 3 in the morning, and I went home and I stayed up and I just made some chicken soup from scratch, and then I gave my son a fade for school, make sure he had a haircut. Then I took a nap, and so I let this chicken soup marinate. So I just brought everybody a bowl of chicken soup. I was like, the fuck?
The domestic
DJ
side.
Quik
So I'm like, I'm not drinking at the time. I'm not smoking. I'm not eating meat. But I'm like, DJ Quik, with that meme, if a 2-year-old hands you a phone, you answer it. Doesn't matter how tough you are. It doesn't matter how vegan you are. If DJ Quik makes chicken soup, you eat it.
Damn. Was it good?
It was great.
Wow. DJ Quik.
And
chef.
And so, yeah, he's a chef.
Don't let MC8 hear this shit. He'll come out start beefing with him again. Make a new diss.
I hope they're cool.
No, I know. They are.
Yeah. But yeah, on a technical level, there's like, the dude that was our engineer was like, we did it we mixed the record in the room. They mixed Crime 2001 and Marshall Mathers. It was this famous board.
Sure.
And I'm like, yo, the guy Quik kept telling the engineer to do this. And this kid lives in this room. He helped mix those records,
Mm-hmm.
He's like, you can't do that. And like Quik is like, and that's why I know he's like a very authentic street person, because when he doesn't get mad. You know what I mean? So he like did the huge sigh and then got up and patched the shit himself. The kid's like, whoa, he's supposed to know all this gear. And then in the same session, I forgot which song I have cuts on. Oh, the Science. He did the cuts on the Science.
It's one of my favorite tracks.
He hooked up the turntables and did his own cuts, and then mixed it to reel and cut the tape himself. Like you have to splice
The
tape.
old way, yeah, with the razor
Old
blade.
way with the razor blade.
Yep.
That's why he's one of the greatest.
That's true editing. I mean, you know.
So he mixed, cut on the song, patched the effects, like everything himself. And me and the engineer are just sitting in the room like, oh my God.
Was that a Neve board or an SSL?
SSL.
Yeah, because the Neves were so damn they were so dominant. They were like so damn big. It's frightening. You don't even know what the hell to touch. But the look, if you didn't know what you were doing, man, it was not easy.
Clearly that kid didn't, because Quik had to show him.
Yeah, so Quik is like a genius in the kitchen. He's one of those people I think that he could be good at whatever he wants to do. He's definitely a well-known street fighter as well, you know? Not the game, but in real life. Yeah.
Wait a minute, what? Street fight? Like
he's the Kimbo Slice of LA.
He'll knuckle up on the street?
Oh, like he's known. Like growing up here, like he's known. Like, you know, I remember him performing at the El Rey and I missed the show. My home was like, oh yeah, some dude in the front row was claiming something. And he just got down in the front row and beat the shit out of him. Like, it's just like, you see at the Source Awards, there's like footage of him in the background. Like, he's not somebody you play with, you know?
Shit.
Yeah, first day I was in the studio with him, like there was a rival rapper in there, and there was only one way out of the studio. We were in the back room, and they blocked off the front room. You know, like he just grabs a butcher knife. Like, all right, well, this is it. You know what I mean?
He must be. Yeah, you know, he's got a Bobby Brown build. I would never think he could scrap.
Oh yeah, man, he's the one.
You're talking about young Bobby Brown, not
now.
No,
not now.
Like
no,
wiping Whitney's ass.
Bobby Brown. I'm talking about early Bobby Brown.
You know what? It's those thinner dudes with some reach that can throw.
Yeah.
That is some good ass storytelling right there.
The album's it probably means a lot to you, but how, looking back now in retrospect, are you happy with the way it came out? I know your relationship with Warner Brothers didn't, well, from what I heard, didn't end so great, but with the overall product, I mean, were you content? Could it have been better?
I think it could have been better. The one time in my life that Tech from Sway and Tech ever like really spoke to me, out of the kindness of his heart, just called me and told me what was wrong with the album. And I don't know why it was on his heart to call me, but he was very honest and very real. And he's correct. He was just like, man, like you went in too many different directions. Mm-hmm. You took a solid step in every direction, but and as I got like at this point in my career, I know my lack of ultimate success has been not being able to be categorized. Like people like, Jif can make jelly, but you want them for peanut butter. Even though the jelly and the peanut butter are on the same aisle right next to each other, you want Welch's jelly and you want Jif to make your peanut butter, Mm-hmm. They tried to make Heinz ketchup green for a little while in the early 90s, late 80s, and it didn't work because ketchup is supposed to be red, You
don't want Pepsi Clear. You want to see that the dark cola.
Zima never took off.
Was it
exactly?
Was it the labels doing, or was that kind of
no? That's a myth. I've never heard of any label doing it. That was one of the benefits of being signed to Warner. Like I exposed that whole thing. The president of Warner had me at his house. I was like, we had Sweet Lord done. He was like, why don't you just put this out as your major label album? And I'm like, I didn't come to fucking Warner Brothers to put out a Murs and Ninth Wonder album. Like I want to spread my wings. No pun intended, from looking fly. I want to try to get on the radio, but being myself. And he's like, you say whatever you want to say, Murs. In any interview, you do whatever you want, man. Like you be you. I never heard a white person in a suit tell me to rap about killing my own people or anything. But I saw many rappers turning in records like that repeatedly of their own volition, looking for validation and fame and money.
So that's interesting because I thought the misconception is that the label is kind of what puts you in a different, I guess, path than where you were your previous years. I mean, the collaborations with Snoop and Will.i.am, that was possible, I guess, because of Warner Brother money, but the intent behind it, or the agenda, I think people thought, like myself included, that was more or less the label pushing you in that direction.
No, there's also a fraternity. Like I didn't get acknowledged by not Snoop and Will, but
for Shizzle Dizzle.
until you're on a major label, there's certain black rappers that don't acknowledge you. I had a lot more friends and fans in the industry once I signed. Period.
Gotcha.
It's like a badge of honor. Putting out your own records, as we can see in now what is somebody tweeted today, I think there's no more gatekeepers, it's just an open room. And that's how they felt. Like, if you're not good enough to get on a major label, you're not good enough, period. And so that is what did it. Not the major labels weren't pushing me to work with anybody. They didn't care who I worked with.
So that was all you.
And they really didn't have a pulse either of who was the come up and who was what. Even with Ninth, didn't they tell you that he wasn't on their radar when you were looking to use him in the beginning?
No, Warner Bros. Loved Ninth. Def Jux told me he wasn't on their radar.
Yeah.
And that's I think people have it a little twisted. But I came up under Tom Wally, who's a solid ass dude. So maybe everyone else's major label experience is different. But I don't think that happens as much as people think. I definitely felt no pressure. I hooked up with Will because we had been freestyling together since we were kids. And I finally felt good reaching out and asking for a favor because I could pay him what he was worth. And he was happy to work with me because we knew each other, So it's been the same. And Snoop, the same thing. We've had the same manager. And, he knew my name. He had shouted me out on a record before. And so it was, just getting the verse. But having the money to pay these people what they're worth definitely came from Warner Brothers. But it wasn't a suggestion from the label.
And when you also say what year you came out was kind of important, because I think when you started to really surface, people wanted that sound, that style. Now, if you, God forbid, you came out today or during the Hammer era, labels were looking for completely different things.
Yeah, I think I was a part of the first, era of lazy A&R. No disrespect to my A&R, he's a great dude.
Right.
But they would just watch who was selling. Like, now they look for views in your Spotify.
Right.
And then they have a conversation. No one's going out to shows discovering people anymore. There's no more development. And I was the first era of development, and the first era of, I won't name names, but there's lots of rappers that people think, oh, their mixtape blew up, but their mixtape was funded by the label, but the label wanted to make them look like they're independent. And that's why it was placed on Record Collection. Murray Revenge is on Record Collection, but it's distributed by Warner, but Warner didn't put their name anywhere on it, so people felt like it was still an indie artist. And then I was upstream to Warner Bros. They discovered me on Record Collection, but it was all in the same system.
That's interesting.
And a lot of rappers will put out their mixtape, but it's funded by a major label, and it look like, oh, they blew up on their own, so fans feel invested in the brand, not like they were marketed to.
Is that what happened with the game?
I don't know. That was Interscope. That's a whole nother building, and a very interesting building. I do not know a lot of stories from over there.
Because what you're describing, that sounds like the game.
Because his
mixtape was just flames, man. And then
with 50.
Then it went up to Interscope, and it just made me think of that.
You mentioned the fraternity thing. Once you got signed to a label, you had more clout, I guess, among your peers. But at that time, you were also monumental in putting together the paid dues tournament. That was your idea. I know you, Chang, I believe is his name, right? From Rock the Bells, because we were a sponsor of Rock the Bells for many years. But the paid dues was your baby, and you brought a lot of cats on the road. And for that alone, I'm sure that they were very appreciative of that, which only helped, with your brand and like you said, this fraternity of people that suddenly started to see your worth and the fact that you are now among the big boys, sitting at the big boy table.
Yeah, it was different. I think that happened a little later because Pay Dues only booked indie acts, so the signed people didn't start to know me until Rock the Bells, and because Pay Dues had a stage at Rock the Bells, but they still didn't know I owned it. It was later that the older heads would be like, oh shit, and you do this? But the younger kids, like the Mac Millers, Pay Dues was definitely instrumental in them.
Rakim was on a few Pay Dues tours, if I recall. Little Brother.
He did one in New York.
Yeah, because he doesn't travel. He doesn't fly. So
he doesn't fly.
He does not fly. Boot Camp Click. But still, that was a pretty cool thing to put together. And Rock the Bells was, I think, between probably 07, 08. Those were maybe 09. Those were huge. Kevin and I went to a few of those festivals, and that's like Woodstock for hip hop,
Yeah, I believe so. I think that, Rolling Loud is doing his thing now. They're very different.
So Rakim's on the Madden Cruiser.
Yeah, he doesn't fly.
Oh yeah, the Madden Cruiser. Oh shit.
I was listening. We were watching an interview with you, Left of Black earlier, and really good interview. And I think you were talking about how you're very cerebral and you're not really a beat person. You were talking about how you got together with Ninth and whatnot and weren't all that familiar with him. I found that really surprising because you have such a good cadence that goes well with the beats, especially with Ninth. Do you write to beats or do you write everything first and match it up to a beat? How do you like to do that?
I write to beats now. But like I said, earlier on in my career, it was hard for me to get beats. So I just had to have a book of rhymes and try to find beats that fit.
Okay. But so it's a mix and match.
Into the beginning is when I started writing to beats.
So do you hear a beat now and it inspires like a concept, or do you already have the concept and you try to find the right sound to match it now?
Very rarely do I have a concept. Animal Style is one of the songs I had a concept for, and then I just waited till I found the right beat. But other than that, it's usually the beat says something to me, as weird as that sounds, but that's what I wait for the beat.
Well, this is what I was going to talk about. I mean, Aaron talked about being cerebral. I mean, I know a lot of people look at you and say this guy's way too deep, and both sides of the fence, white and black, they probably run in a lot of instances, but I think you're too human, dude. Forget about being too deep. I mean, a lot of people got a lot of shit to learn from you. I mean, a lot of stuff you cover about life, just about living right, and I'm in awe, man. I gotta say, props to that, and I think that you do a lot for the human side of life. Most people don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think it's very, like I said before, I think more people can relate to me, but most people listen to music, at least in this modern era, as a form of escape.
Escape, yeah.
So I'm definitely not helping you escape.
Well, for me, I'm a part of that revolutionary generation, so if I can go back to Chuck D, if I can go back to certain albums that make me think, and at that particular time I was very impressionable. Even KRS-One, I mean, I used to watch him speak. He'd come in there and just speak from a different side of things, and at certain ages of your life, you're trying to work certain things out. I was kind of DJing at a very young age, started around 1980 in this world of hip-hop. I didn't know how to navigate, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times I looked at those particular people, and they were speaking to me their own way, and that shit helped on so many levels. And I think that people aren't even ready for what you've been doing for the last 10, 15 years. I mean, you're that far ahead of the curve, and I'll give props for that, 100%.
Thank you, man. Yeah, sure. I definitely suffer from being ahead of the wave. The wave crashes on me. I haven't learned how to kick back and ride the wave. But like I made a song about skateboarding, for instance, in the beginning. So I told you the story. Like I'm hanging out with pro skaters and I'm skating again, and then a couple years later, Lupe comes out with the same song, and it's like revolutionary.
Kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast. And the way he rolled, just a rebel to the world with no place to go. And so we kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, kick, push, coast.
And then a couple years after that, Tyler comes with it, and it's like, oh my God,
Sure. You know what? That's the second time that Lupe song has come up in our interviews. You just talked about it, and we interviewed Apathy about a year ago, and he said originally that song they wanted Apathy to do that song.
Atlantic Records.
Hey Murs, so this is I guess kind of sort of off topic, right? You got your music, but I think aren't you very heavily involved in like gaming and because I follow you on Instagram. And I think you do like a lot of like Twitch videos or something with PS4 and shit like that. What is Twitch exactly? I don't know what Twitch is. I see it, I hear about it. Well, I don't see it, but I hear about it often. It's like a YouTube for video games or something like that.
Yeah, it was. I guess it used to be Justin TV, like just a live streaming platform, and then it was embraced by gamers. And this is another thing. So it's like skateboarding. 4 more years. It'll be a great thing. But you play video games and people watch you play video games, and kids are really into watching other people play video games. It's something that we as adults will be like, what the fuck you want to, and a friend of mine who's 48 now put me on into a few years ago and was telling me like people are making crazy money doing this.
Yeah.
And I've been looking for a way to get back to playing video games, and he's been trying to get me the game on PC. He's like, I'll build you a PC. We'll get you a partnership because I'm sure you have fans there, and start going to all the conventions. I started learning all the ins and outs.
Right.
The merch that gets sold through those things, whether it was the early stages of Minecraft or a lot of those UK guys, the following is insane. My daughter was like ordering shit from all over the world. It was insane.
It's a crazy.
All right, so that kind of clears that up because I'm definitely down to play some video games, and that's what I like about you. You obviously you got your music career, dope music. I've been listening to you for years. Then I see you playing video games, very relatable. I think you're also a big sports fan, baseball fan in particular, and you also have a beer now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh, yeah, talk about the beer. What is that about?
You're just a pretty
down
ass dude.
Yeah, man, I just went to a brewery. I mean, after the events, the loss I experienced, I was talking about a strange journey and unimaginable. My wife and I lost a son. We were just kind of fucking in the dumps.
Must have been devastated, man,
It was nuclear fallout emotionally. So we didn't do much for a while, and we didn't want to go to places where we knew people because people always ask inevitably, how's the baby, So we started trying to find out places, and my wife's super vegan, so didn't have many places to hang out. So she's like, she knew I was just kind of getting into craft beer and whatever. She's like, yo, there's a craft brewery, and we live in Inglewood, and it's in the hood. And I was like, oh shit. And they have a vegan thing every Thursday, so let's go there. And cool, we're just disappearing. I'm ordering a flight of beer, and she's having her vegan food, and we're chilling, and that used to be our spot. And then one of the brewers came out and was like, yo, I'm a huge fan. I've seen you here a couple weeks, and I didn't want to blow up your spot, but blah, blah. And like, would you like to make a beer? Boom. And then he kept reaching out. And a couple years later, I was like, yeah, now it's time. Let's do it around the release of the album, which I thought would be the release of the album. But I think the album's getting pushed back. But who knows, when this comes out, it might be out. But, we're definitely going to play. I think I'm going to end up playing some rough mixes because Ninth hasn't got me the mixes yet. So we made a beer, and I was like, cool, let's put it out on the day my album was supposed to come out and have a release. And I never, but I'm about to release a video. You can look on my YouTube and see, but like I definitely was in there all day, like mashing the barley, hops, everything myself with them.
Nice.
So it's waffle cone and what?
And cherry.
Yeah, all right. So what got you into those particular flavors? Did they influence or kind of what you like?
Yeah, they're like, what do you want to do? And I was like, man, I never made a beer. I just started drinking beer. And I'm not into IPAs really. I'm a stout I'm a stout porter person. And okay, well, this is what you could do with stouts. These are some of the flavors that are good with that. You pick it. I'm like, you guys pick it. They're like, no, you pick. So then and then what ingredients were vegan as well? Because they wanted to make a vegan beer because I'm vegan. And that day we just ended up with cherry and vegan waffle cone.
So you like the darker beers. Have you tried like quads, Belgian beers, since you kind of like darker flavored beers?
Yeah, I definitely. I didn't know they were called quad. I don't know. Are those the ones in the cute bottles?
Anything that is Belgium is pretty much on point. Something called the Three Philosophers, which is done by Oma Gang out of Cooperstown. They do Belgium style beers, but it has cherries infused. That may be something you like. Because around in Cali, IPAs are huge. You have Russian River, which is known for like Pliny the Elder and the Younger, all that good stuff. You have a lot of breweries out there, but IPAs are huge out there. Belgians are people for like that, like darker stuff. Like you and myself, I don't like IPAs, too bitter. You know what I'm saying? I like to taste the beer. I don't want to like quench my ears like when I take a sip. So you may want to try some of those Belgium style
always the
beers.
best beers.
If you look at the bottle and you see like something that looks
like a monk,
like a fucking Jawa from Star Wars, then you know it's a fucking Belgian.
A Jawa, that's a good call.
Are you playing the show?
So I had talked to Murs about baseball, and he made it very clear. He's like an 80s dude. He likes Wally Joyner. I think. Let me see if I remember. Wally Joyner, Jim
Wally
Abbott.
Joyner with the old Angels hat.
Well, he's L.A.
Yeah, man.
Halos.
Jim Abbott. I want to say Brett Saberhagen, Wade Boggs.
Saberhagen.
Nice.
George Brett, Ricky Henderson, of course.
Yeah.
This is when we were growing up.
He's like, I don't like Giancarlo Stanton.
Juan
or
Samuel.
Bryce Harper. I like the old cats, like the retro dudes.
Tom Brunansky.
Well, we all like these guys.
Steve Sachs.
George Bell.
Kev, just keep them coming, baby.
Cecil
day.
Fielder.
You had to be happy with the Dodgers winning, the 88 World Series. Kirk
First time
Gibson.
I ever cried out of happiness in my life.
Oral Hershiser, too. I think only...
you're a big Dodgers fan,
Yeah.
Who's the Latin pitcher back then?
Fernando Valenzuela.
Yeah.
He looked up when he pitched. He looked up in the air before he threw the ball. It was fucking
He'd
crazy.
breathe out of his eyeballs, they say.
Yeah.
In Bull Durham. How did you get into wrestling? Because that's the other sport that you're pretty big.
Yeah, I think it's like, what I feel like now what cable has ruined for a lot of things is like baseball used to come on regular TV, and now like today's opening day I can't watch the Dodgers because they're exclusive with Spectrum cable.
They have some bullshit going on out there. The Dodgers is fucked up.
Yeah, so I'm like, man, well, fuck, man. Like, how are you expecting? And they're complaining that young black kids aren't into it. I'm like, well, young black kids are into it because it's free on Channel 9, And it was, I was like, that's why I was into baseball. The same reason I was into wrestling, because it was on free TV,
Yeah. How far back did you go with wrestling?
Channels. I go back to, I think, probably 84.
All right.
Saturday mornings.
Nice.
Yeah, Saturday mornings, like going to the sports arena, the Blue Steel Cage, King Kong Bundy, Hulk Hogan.
Coco Beware.
Yeah, Coco Beware, Junkyard Dog.
Iron Sheik.
WWF.
So-
I watched everything.
On the spot, best steel cage match of all time.
Hell in a Cell, Mick Foley, Undertaker.
Yep.
I like the Jimmy Snuka one where he dove off the top steel cage, and then he headbutted him and he went out the gate.
Yeah, I think that's I think before Hell in a Cell, I think that's probably my favorite.
Hey, you were talking about the one where Mick Foley fell through the mat from the top of the cage, right?
Yeah, his tooth went through his nose.
Legendary, man, legendary. So I watch it with my daughter, and we've been watching for a while now. You gonna watch WrestleMania, right?
No, I can't, man. I can't. I stopped once. I think it was after Trump got elected. Vince took a picture in the Oval Office with the whole fam, and then put it on his Instagram. I was like, you can never have another dollar from me. It broke my heart. It hurt my heart so bad because my son was into it. What?
I said fuck you to wrestling too about 30 years ago. I was about 9 years old, and I went with my dad to the Miami Arena, and I saw Hulk Hogan and Rowdy Piper, and I remember talking to my dad on the drive home, like, Dad, thank you, that was so much fun. I'm like, I can't believe these guys do that and don't get hurt. And he's like, well, Kevin, you didn't know it was fake? And I'm like, what?
Oh, shit.
Man, it fucking broke my heart. I hate wrestling since that day. Never watched it again. So, all right,
do you
sorry,
feel the
guys.
same way about Christmas?
Santa Claus, Tooth Fairy, fucking Easter Bunny, but wrestling that
Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper.
Dude, I had all the figures, I had the ring, the fucking,
that was so
all
great.
that shit.
We
man.
all grew up around the same time. I mean,
That's when I was just like, fuck wrestling, 100% baseball and baseball cards, and everything I ever did was baseball cards.
The Attitude Era was the shit, though.
Sorry.
Yeah, man, you missed out on Stone Cold and The Rock.
Yeah,
I missed the NWA days. I mean, that was some real good wrestling. That was the best network back then. Real heavy shit. Even the Florida wrestling was phenomenal back then.
Dusty Rhodes.
Yeah,
so good.
I like back in the day with Ric Flair and the 50 people in the
That's
studio.
NWA. That's the NWA. It was
and
amazing.
He would come out with the crocodile shoes.
Magnificent Morocco.
There's 10 girls in the crowd, and he was talking to them.
Tell them like it is, girls. Who's the damnedest man you ever met in your entire life? Put that camera on that sign one time. Put it up one time. Slick Rick. Woo! And I want the whole world to know anything you want is on the world check.
Who was the guy who used to eat the turnbuckles?
That's George the Animal Steel.
Yeah.
He got arrested on a New York City bus for eating the seat in front of him because he used to always eat the turnbuckles.
That's crazy. And he was a math teacher from Detroit.
Isn't that crazy?
Shit. Are you serious?
That was pre-Flocka.
He just died like a year ago, didn't he?
blowing my mind.
Oh, he did?
He did die.
I think he did, yeah.
Georgie Animal Steel, the original bath salts.
But I'll tell you, it killed me when Andre the Giant died. You know?
Yeah, that was awful.
I was like, dude, he was on $6 Million Man.
Who was your favorite wrestler growing up?
The obscure Dr. Death Steve Williams was my favorite guy.
So Stone Cold. That's the 316.
Not Steve Austin, Steve Williams.
Oh,
but
Steve
they were
Williams.
the same era. Steve Williams, like, he did a clothesline. I was super into football. His move was doing a 3-point stance into a clothesline.
I remember that.
Didn't Goldberg do some 3-point
Listen, that's
stance
fucking
shit?
rare, dude. People got to dig for that.
Yeah, I'm definitely to the core. But I mean, overall, like all time, it's probably Sting. But back then, my favorite wrestler was Steve Williams.
Wait, Sting, like Crow Sting, or like the flat top, like
flat top
like
with
the
all the
OG
makeup.
Sting.
All Sting.
All Sting.
Worked for Vince to the end of his career. We had no choice, but he never worked for Vince.
That's true, but
I love that.
That Brandon Lee Crow era Sting is still a little rough to digest.
It was great because I mean, you can't compete with Hogan. You can't the Attitude Era. You can't talk like The Rock or Stone Cold.
Yeah,
because he was super Christian. You know, that's another thing. His name is Steve Borden. I'm super into him, but like he's super Christian. So what do? You go completely silent. Like you kind of like it's like Undertaker, but not because you're a better wrestler than the Undertaker. No, disrespect.
Yeah. Okay.
How do you keep your face paint and not, because he used to like be Ultimate Warrior kind of ish,
Mm-hmm.
So I love him for reinventing himself. He was relevant in every era.
Speaking of reinventing himself, I know you are like a big fan of Will Smith, and I think that guy has had probably the greatest career like out of anyone that has ever come out of music, because he's a guy that has never, I think, never has taken himself too seriously. He's never like done anything that he didn't want to do. He was all about having fun and doing stuff to better people and just, I guess what I'm trying to say is he a huge influence on you the way I think he might be as far as music and life and all that good stuff?
Yeah, he's huge, man. I think that he could have been if I would have known now if I knew then what I know now, like about the whole, like we're talking about, like categorizing yourself, I should have just went full on risky business, bad man, like, funny, non-threatening black male type shit, and skipped all the walk like a man and this is for shit,
Mm-hmm.
and just made parents just don't understand type of shit. But yeah, he was a huge influence. Storytelling, being silly, not afraid of being self-deprecating, but still confident at the same time, being unique. Yeah, definitely Will Smith is huge,
When you saw him in 6 Degrees of Separation, I mean, what did you, because that was a real serious film, especially for him. I mean, did you take anything from that?
Yeah, the funny thing, I saw him before that in Where the Day Takes You, because I was a super fan, and I was a super cinema kid growing up, and then seeing 6 Degrees of Separation, it made sense, and then years later when I ended up kissing a man in Animal Style, the video, I took some courage from that, you know what I mean?
Right.
I think if you're telling the story, you do what's necessary. It's not about whatever the fucking conspiracy theory of the feminizing of the black male or whatever that shit is. But yeah, definitely he inspired me. I remember 6 Degrees of Separation vividly. It was hard for me to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah, at the same time, it's kind of like, I felt like when I went to see Paid in Full, I remember being on tour seeing Paid in Full, because I was in love with Rockefeller and Damon Dash, and right before the show, I think it was in Boston at the Middle East, I took a cab to go see this first day out, and it was the saddest movie. I was like, yo. And that was kind of when it was like written 6 Degrees of Separation. I was like, oh shit, Will Smith's in a movie. I'm gonna rent that shit. Yeah. What the fuck? And that's how I felt about Paid in Full. I was like, I have to go rap after that shit? Like, fuck, man. Damon Dash, like, this had nothing to do with champagne or bitches.
So you're an 80s baby like the three of us here. Sorry, Dre.
Sorry.
Name your top 5 sitcoms.
Oh, man. Alf.
My name is Alf. I come from the planet Melmac.
Wonder Years.
Grow up, butthead.
Well, there you had it.
I wish I could count wrestling as one of them, but it's a different world.
Something funny?
Oh, just the way she said my boyfriend in that Richie Cunningham sweater you sport. So funny.
Different world. There you go.
Punky Brewster.
Three's Company?
Yeah, no,
That's kind of is that a 70s or an 80s thing? Yeah,
Family Ties.
Oh shit, Family Ties.
That was good.
See, there's song. I like the songs. I guess I have to go Punky Brewster. I love Soleil Moon Frye.
Maybe the world is blind, or just a little unkind.
I like them titties.
Hey.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe
freckles.
Blossom. Oh, 90210 for sure.
How was that watching 90210 but living out there?
I definitely punched a girl in the chest over that shit.
All right, let's hear it.
Wait.
Let's hear it.
This might be the story of the interview. Go ahead.
I hope there ain't no.
It's gonna be hard to beat the Quik story, but keep going.
We were in high school, and I was one of the kids that had to get bussed in because I was from not the worst neighborhood, but not as good of a neighborhood. And my grandmother happened to work in the cafeteria, so she pulled strings. So I got bussed to West LA for school, and I was on top of that. I was definitely hanging with the more pro-black crowd, and had dreads and wore weird shit and beads and Rasta colors. And so there's a girl that hung out with us that was really pro-black, or I thought was pro-black. She was in a pro-black phase of her life. Later on, it got a little crazy. And she's like, how do you watch those fucking white boys on TV every day, Nick? You don't blah, blah, blah. You claim to be down for your people. And I was like, I live this shit. I was like, I watch TV to escape. You know? And the same thing at the time, I wasn't listening to fucking Dog Pound or Snoop Dogg because my brother was like heavy into Crippin'. And, I was like, man, I live this fucking destructive bullshit. Like when I listen to my music, when I look at this in my entertainment, I want to not be surrounded by it. I live in a neighborhood with gangbangers, and I don't want to watch Martin like everybody else here, because that was, if you notice, like especially with young black people, like everyone talked in my school like Martin Lawrence. Their whole sense of humor was based on Martin Lawrence. I hated Martin. I never watched Martin because of it.
That's all right. You want to leave, all right? I'm a man, Gina. I'm a be all right. This is childish. I want you out. I don't even know why you still here. Step. Step.
Like no one has, I was buying old Bill Cosby records and Richard Pryor records. I was like, everyone here, if it's not, with that, what's up?
Right,
fucking stereotypical bullshit.
Yeah, then it's not funny. And then my brother, my older stepbrother, his era, everybody sounded like Eddie Murphy. So it's just like, then there's a Chris Tucker era after that. It's just like, it never stops. So I'm like, fuck Martin, I just want to watch something that has nothing to do with me. And I love the story. Dylan, Brenda, I thought Brenda was so hot,
That's probably the realest shit that's ever been talked about.
Brenda was kind of like, she's dirty. Like she'd be down. She'd be down for some. She'd do dirty things.
No, seriously.
I may or may not still have the Shannon Doherty Playboy in my garage right now.
I'd like to see that.
Now, did you keep up with it? Like when Tiffany Amber Thiessen came on and Vanessa Marcel, were you still watching it then?
I was kind of, I would have, but I was kind of like sleeping on floors and shit at that time, couch surfing in my lifeway.
Gotcha. I guess if you watch Ally McBeal, you had to keep on watching. And there was another one.
Tiffany Amber Thiessen.
Melrose Place was the one
afterwards.
Yeah.
It was a little too. Melrose was a little too adult for me. I like the high school. I still watch Riverdale. Something about maybe because my high school era was so horrible.
One of the guys on our show is the voice of Riverdale.
Yes. Yeah. Our announcer Roger. You got to watch All American once.
I will. I'll tape it after or DVR one of this essay tape because I'm an '80s kid. But yeah.
And look for our girl Amel.
Yeah, I'm gonna shit yeah.
You'll see her immediately. You'll know what I'm talking about. You'll be like, yep.
Okay, like huh? Yep.
Hey,
but so that girl got in my face and she slapped the shit out of me. And then my only reaction was like, I didn't want to hit her in the face. But I was like, yo, back up.
Bruce Lee punch.
Yeah, she was taller than me. She had reach. She's built like DJ Quik.
Was there any scuffle from other people or?
Nah, everyone saw it. They knew she was way out of pocket, and they knew I could have knocked her out. You know what I mean? And I just put her on her back pockets, as we say.
Did she speak to you after that, or that was kind of done?
I ran from her after that because I didn't want to fight her. She's like, you punk motherfucker. And I'm like, yo, I don't want to fight you. I'm obviously not trying to hit you in the face. Leave me alone. I ran to the bus stop. She chased me. And her boyfriend at the time was like, yo, you gotta chill. You can't, Nick is trying to be really cool. Because she called me all kind of FAGs and pussies before she,
What a vivid memory. How do you remember that shit?
Well, how do you forget it? It haunts you.
Sometimes you just gotta get punched in the chest.
I guess.
Yeah, like and I think that's like maybe I remember because I never wanted to put my hands. I come from a domestic violence household. Like it was a big deal for me to have to,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it was something like I made a conscious decision. Like my knee jerk was to hit her in the face because I grew up fighting a lot, and I can see myself consciously like going beneath her chin and hitting her in her like right beneath her Adam's apple. Because it was like there was no way I was not going to hit her back. She hit me so hard, it was like a reflex. It wasn't like a conscious effort. Like, oh, I'm about to let this bitch have it, yo. It was nothing like. It was just a fucking like, oh shit, that hurt. What the fuck?
Right.
You talked earlier about your brother and what he, stuff he was involved in and whatnot. And I was listening to Hustle today in the gym, and you're talking about. Going around the neighborhood and finding ways to raise money and stuff, keep you out of the bullshit. Is that something that came from your parents? How did you avoid some of the pitfalls of your, where you're from, to stay in the creative lane and use that as an outlet instead of falling into some bullshit?
Oh, it's funny. Damon Dash asked me that question one day at breakfast. It's funny, but number one, like. Because he was talking about New Yorkers, and I was like, number one, like, gangbanging has never been, until now, it was not a fun thing. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't like, in New York, like, the D-boys and street dudes were like hustlers, and they had like Beamers, and you know what I mean? The clothes. Gangbangers wore T-shirts and Dickies because they were literally putting in work. They wore work clothes. Mm-hmm. They wore workman's gloves because they fought a lot, and just you were scared of them, you respected them in a way, but you knew to beat one of them people, you would have to go to jail. You'd probably get shot or stabbed a couple of times, and you have to get in a lot of fights. So it wasn't glorified, and then thanks to like Public Enemy and all that, I just felt like crack was a bad thing, and having a father that succumbed to drug addiction, like I could never wrap my head around doing that to another family. And I think my brother was younger, didn't remember or see as much as I saw. And also, like, I just come from, I've always been wired a little bit differently, so I never wanted to do what everyone else was doing anyway, and I didn't care about being cool. And that's why I'm not as good of a rapper as I could be, because a lot of people are rapping for validation. They're export athletes that still want the attention they used to get in high school or junior high for their athletic accomplishments, or that used to get a lot of girls back in the day, and how can they keep that attention going? Many of my peers are that way. And I hate being on stage. I hate being the center of attention. So it's kind of a natural choice for me not to be, because drug dealers were popular. Gangbangers were respected. They were all known. And I wanted very little recognition. Even though I would do things that were unique and put me in the spotlight anyway, I'd rather be seen for being different than seen for being, I guess, mainstream. I've always been since preschool I was made fun of. So it's never been someone asked me recently, I was like, if people were really into my music, I wouldn't be being me, because people have never been into me.
That's crazy. That's a heavy statement too. I mean, Jesus, they're dropping all shit on us. I mean, given all the stories you told us tonight and the experiences that you've had, tell me, like, how does it go forward now as a father, and how do you kind of translate that, to your child?
Funny story. This morning, my son called me. He has locks. He's never cut his hair his whole life, and he's 6 years old. And we're a separated family. So I FaceTime him every day because he's in Arizona on his way to school. And he's like, he wants to cut his hair, and then I said, no. Like, what the fuck? Like, what's going on? Why? And I was like, can you wait a little while till I get there? I'll cut it for you. Then we'll go get a haircut. He's never had a haircut before, and kids trip out, And then he got quiet, and his mom was like, I think he was really excited to tell you he wanted to cut his hair. And then I felt bad, but then I had to ask him. I was like, oh, are you cutting it because kids want to make fun of you? Or because kids make fun of you? Are you cutting it? Why are you cutting it? And he's like, no, I just want a chance to grow it and have it like I want it. I was like, okay, then I respect that. And I have to be conscious not to, because he was like, do you not want me to cut my hair because you want me to have hair like you? And I was like, fuck no. I was like, and I literally, that's how I talked to my son. So I'm like, fuck no, man. Do you. Do whatever the fuck you want to do. Fuck me. And so then I felt kind of bad that I wasn't as excited about him cutting his hair, but I'm always very conscious of, when I tell him something like, you did a good job, I'm like, he's like, are you proud of me? And I'm like, are you proud of yourself? Like, do you love yourself? Like, are you happy with what you're doing? Then fuck what I think. You know, it's always like, Dad, I just beat this level in fucking, what is that shit called? Fortnite. And I'm like, great, but did you have fun? Did you know, I'm always reinforcing, like, do things that please you, that you're proud of you. Fuck my accolades and encouragement. Do the shit that makes you happy. And so that to me, that's how I put it into fatherhood. Like, never, you know, every day is like, be a leader, be kind, and learn something every day before you get off the phone. And a bad leader, I don't want to have a bunch of people following. I just want him to be making his own decisions.
Very nice.
Well, speaking of children, I'd be remiss if I didn't talk about our mutual friend Sluggo. So, it's been 10 years since Felt 3 dropped.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
You know, that's always, Sean's always kind of ran that shit, man.
He said he demands $200,000 to work with you. But he actually asked me, he said, ask him about Monsters, Inc. for whatever that means. I'm taking it if that's the Disney movie.
Oh, man. I'd like, me and Sean came up with the term a long time ago, cultural differences. Because as I was touring, like, I tell him all the time, he saved my life, like, taking me on tour. Because, like I said, I was really a kid from the hood. Like, had he not said, hey, here's, I don't know how much it was, $75 a night to come on a God Loves Ugly tour. Like, my friends were literally going to jail. My friends were being shot during the time I was on that tour, you know? And it's, you know, but we would get in fights because I'd say things, and, you know, especially with how I was brought up interacting with women. You know, there'd be no 316, there'd be no The Rain or The Pain or fucking dark-skinned white girls if it wasn't for Slug, you know? He was the first person like, hey, you can talk about women without saying bitch all the time. You know what I mean? And girls will like it even more. That's crazy, you know?
He's the master of it.
Yeah, so like I learned a lot just from that, but we would also have miscommunications, and we just had to learn not to be mad at each other. It's called cultural differences. And cultural differences is like, I had some girls, I think in Fort Collins, Colorado, that I was like, I had pulled off another tour when I was on tour Living Legends, and one of them was a stripper, one of them that. And I don't remember them being very good looking, but they were not prudish, you know what I mean? It was fun. So I was like, yo, come to the room, I got these up.
I was just gonna say they were fun.
Yeah,
fun.
And he wasn't about fun. And he was like, yo, what's up with Monsters, Inc.? Like, they all different characters from the movie.
So that's the reference.
And I thought he'd be proud of me, and he was very disappointed in my low standards.
What are you doing?
Your grubby paw was in my bed.
Were you kissing my hand?
No. And what about you with all your shedding?
I don't shed.
Really?
Well, he's actually on the plane now. We're chatting, but he said he's down. So can we get a commitment from you, so the listeners that have been asking us to ask that question, and fans like myself who've been wondering why it's been a decade plus, well, can we get a commitment from you? He's already said yes. Felt 4, and maybe I'm gonna just throw this out there. Maybe Knife produces it this time.
I think that it sounds like a Don King situation where there's really no official paperwork on this, and you're just trying to get both sides to agree to something, and then send us to Manila or wherever the fuck.
This is where the shit starts.
Well, I don't have any kind of monetary gain from it, but I think 10 years is long enough. So if you commit, he said he's game. Maybe
I'd have to listen back to that interview to hear verbal confirmation.
I'm texting him now. By the way, he says, ask him about this. Print, you play too much. What's that quote?
Oh, Print, you play too much. He was on his first tour with us, and our first tour ever, and so was Blueprint. And we went to Austin, and right across from the hotel there was a crab shack. And who knew that Brother Ali was scared of shellfish? Print, you know, this is Muslim Brother Ali, very peaceful Muslim. I do believe means person of peace or something of that nature. And Blueprint went to bought a crab, a dead crab, but you know, who knows, and threw it on Brother Ali in the van, and like literally chased him like around the parking lot. And then he just stood up and went, Print, you play too much.
Slug coming through, pulling some stories for us.
Yeah, and Blueprint came with one of the best quotes that I use to this day, and I've always credited him. We left Cincinnati, and there's like a huge brawl that we were all involved in some way, some of us physically, verbally, but it was all around. And Mr. Gibbs began to tell Print on how the guy who he was about to fight was an MMA dude, and don't fuck with him, you would have choked it out, and you don't know what I just saved you from. And then Brent goes, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. Nobody's undefeated in the streets.
That's true. True speak.
I was like, this is the realest shit ever. Yeah. Antonio, with his heart, Deontay Wilder, to this day. That's the truest thing ever said on a rap song. I don't give a fuck who, whatever you say. You can say that the earth is flat and it could really be flat. The realest thing ever said by a rapper is no one is undefeated in the street.
Amen.
Or on the internet.
Oh gosh, definitely not in the internet.
Shit. Well, no one's safe. Well, look, man, I can't thank you enough. I mean, I know you probably took like some Sudafed and NyQuil and Maalox and all that stuff to keep this one up. But thanks for your time, man. I know. I think we were talking 90 minutes.
I had about 7 minutes of interruption, so you can chop down the fucking mix a little bit.
Yeah, we gotta on all my cyborg parts. Chop those out, please.
So we know the album got pushed back, and you're gonna be on tour soon, right? So we can let the listeners know what to expect from Murs in 2019.
Yeah, Murs and Ninth Wonder featuring the Soul Council. Murs featuring Ninth Wonder and the Soul Council. However, Smith and Wesson built their album, same thing.
So
Ninth
good.
Wonder did the majority of the beats, some of the beats, and Soul Council did the rest. Talented guys: Eric G, Knots, Crisis, E. Jones. Who am I forgetting? I think J Def has a beat on the album. So there's a variety of producers, but Ninth did most of the beats. I think he did 5 on the album out of 12, I think. But yeah, it's a dope record. The Iliad is dead and the Odyssey is over. Ninth named the album. Don't ask me any questions. It'll be out hopefully mid-April.
You're actually going to be touring down in Miami in May, from what I see. Yeah.
May
11th?
May 11th.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, no shit. Well, maybe we'll link up because we're not too far away from Miami.
Yeah, come on down to Wynwood. We go to Coyo Tacos and.
Oh, Coyo. Oh, look at you. You know more about the Wynwood than I do.
That's the spot.
Yeah, I spent a lot doing merch there. I spent a lot of time in Miami. I love Miami.
Cool. Well, we'll definitely link up.
We definitely got to get you in studio, man. If you ever have some solid time,
Right up the road.
We'll send a limo for you, right?
Listen, we'll pick him up.
That's how it happens.
Or a lift.
was that better than the limo? Picking me up with that? You said that as if that was better.
To me, it's personal, man.
I'm not driving down there. I'll send a limo. I'd rather pay $75 to get you up here than take my car down there.
I'd be glad to do it. One time we picked up Public Enemy when I was in college, and I told the guy at the club that I work for, I'm like, yo, I'm going to actually go and pick him up at the airport. He's like, why? And I said, I'm going to fucking play all my fucking beats that I made
the whole ride
in the background. And then everyone got in the car, and then I remember Terminator X was like, yo, who's this, man? I was like, oh, yo, that's my shit. And he's like, why don't you put on the radio, yo? I was like, you racist bitch. I was so pissed, man. I was so pissed. But
so your beats were dope, but because you were white,
I don't know, man. You know what? Terminator was that type of guy. I know a lot of people love him, but he fucking hated me. Because I DJ'd before the shows, that dude always had something negative to say.
Wow, is that probably why he's not in the group anymore?
No, man, he's doing his own shit. He's learning how to scratch finally, I think.
Ooh, wow.
Zing.
All right,
Listen.
Heaters being thrown.
Well, look, this interview is pretty informative. I don't think any of us knew that not only DJ Quik cooked chicken
great.
soup,
yeah,
but I think Brother Ali's scared of shellfish is pretty funny as well. But so funny stories, man. Look, I can't thank you enough. I appreciate you lending your time on a day like this. It's opening day for baseball, so we're all stoked here. And I know you didn't see the Dodgers game. Did the Dodgers win? I think they
Dodgers
won.
12-5.
Yeah,
12-5.
8 home runs.
Yeah, they fucking teed off on Greinke.
They're amazing during the season.
Yeah, go to see them during the season.
Because the playoffs are a different team.
And fuck Spectrum Cable. Dude just stole that girl's puppy.
Oh man.
All right, Murs.
And I'm sorry I told the story about hitting a young lady. The lady also I ran because I would have really had to fight her. She was a very big girl.
No. That story's staying, man. That's a gem.
I'll do it in a nice way.
You know what? It's good for your image. Sometimes people probably think you're too nice, and by no means am I saying you need to be a dick more, but that story's staying because people need to know that.
No, I don't.
Bruce Lee,
you punched to emphasize like I'm not condoning that, but I was in fear for my like.
You made it clear that she had the DJ Quik reach, so you're good.
Yeah, okay, that's all I wanted.
Murs, thank you, man. Look, I think you are a really good dude, and not just on record, off record, and what people say about you is true. And you resonate with a lot of folks, and you're very, like you said, self-deprecating and likable and all that good stuff. So thank you. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, man. Hey, I'm going to check out your Twitch channel and watch you play like fucking Red Dead Revolver and shit.
No, I stopped doing Twitch, but towards the end, all we were doing was like Mystery Science Theater 3000. I was just playing rap videos and watching them.
Oh, shit.
That's actually a good thing to bring back.
In all seriousness, maybe in May when you come down, we'll try to link up, at least meet you in Wynwood. Or maybe go to a baseball game. I don't know how long you're here for, but we've been more than happy to be hospitable and take
going
you out.
on the 18th to that Mets game. If you're gonna, I don't know if you're gonna be here on the 18th. If you show,
you're probably
Mets Marlins.
Yeah.
That's probably gonna be all Mets fans. But at least it's orange and orange.
Yeah, every time you go to the stadium, it's whatever team they're playing. That's the fans.
That's crazy. It's right across the street from the Mayday studio.
It's in the worst area possible, so people don't go.
This is easy to do, though. We have the connection. We have the hookup for that.
Well, you're probably here for just like a weekend, right?
Yeah, I think we have to leave the next day to go start driving to New Orleans. But if there's time, for sure, hit me up, man.
Yeah, we'll do. All right, man. Yo, get better. I know you.
All right, thank you, guys.
And get a cell phone that gives you better
it's
reception.
Not his phone. He's in the flight pad.
He's in the
flight pad. I know.
Listen, I'm gonna find a way to send you that Fresh Jive tape. Do you want it on VHS old school, or you want
VHS?
You want a digital version?
Why don't you bid on the fucking VHS player on eBay for him while you're at it?
VHS.
Beta a lot of people like the old shit, man. It's good.
Hey, I'm gonna send a Raven.
I'll hit you. I have your number. I'll just hit you, and I'll get your email, and I'll send it out to you.
I'm gonna get your phone number. Send a Raven.
All right, brother. Peace.
Peace later, yo.
All right.
Dropping science like Galileo dropped the orange.
All right, so yo, what up? This is Murs, and you're checking out Take It Personal. I really was not a fan of that 12-inch nor that single. I did not like the lick or Take It Personal. But anyway, shout out to Philip Flavor, Kevlar, DJ 360, and A. Aaron, and Roger the announcer because I love Riverdale.
So I'm at the barbershop, and we're talking about this new generation of hip-hop and how lost y'all are, man. But y'all don't have no science. So here you go. The systematic knowledge of the physical world gained through observation and experimentation, usually beginning with a hypothesis of what some may call an estimation. Record your results from a series of tests, and what you're left with is a theory at best. Now let me give my hypothesis an educated guess on why my people on the whole seem to be such a mess. The deliberate extermination of a race, culture, or an entire nation. Centuries ago they brought us here on a boat, enslaved us, beat us till our spirit was broke. Then they gave us freedom and a little bit of hope. Then they killed our leaders and they gave us dope. Crack from the CIA by way of Nicaragua, shipped to Rick Ross, he's the black godfather. Now Oscar Blandone was his known supplier. He snitched on Rick so that he could retire. Ratted on Ricky so he got out quickly. Now this is where the situation gets a little sticky. Not a citizen of the USA, he was released and got hired by the DEA. Then he got his green card from the INS, but that should never happen due to previous arrests. See, our government seems to think that there is a difference between powder cocaine and crack. For instance, you get 5 years for 5 grams of crack, but in the powder form you have 100 times that. Now who has the rock and who has the powder? Who's the oppressed and who has the power? They want you to fail so you wind up in jail. You know how much they make while you sitting in that cell? Billions of dollars for inmate facilities. You sell yourself back into slavery willingly. It's not black and white, it's so much more. It's rich staying rich and the poor staying poor. The poor whites meth, the poor blacks crack. It's not about race, and once you realize that, we as a nation are free to move on and become one people, a movement strong.
Dropping in signs, mercy. Dropping in signs,
Murs is a science. Now black people weren't the first to be enslaved. We were just the first to be treated this way. No education, you were killed if you could read. So you hid your intellect if you wanted to succeed. And what happens to a lie when you live in it? You lose sight of who you are and start forgetting it. So many of us to this day act ignorant, a mere shadow of our former magnificence. Welfare, no independence. We become victims depending on the system. Looking for a handout, waiting on some help. Dwelling on the past, feeling sorry for yourself. But you do what you can to make it out the trap. And that right there is the origin of rap. It wasn't always played on every radio station. It was us making the best out of a bad situation. Inner city schools stopped teaching us instruments. We took turntables and started flipping it. Stole electricity from the street lights, plugged it into a system and made the beat hype. There was a mic, but MCs weren't ruling. It was more about what the DJ was doing. He say a few words to keep the party moving. The B-boys dancing to the breaks and the grooves. And the break was the part where the record broke down, where it was just a drum and a couple of sounds. You had two records you could go back and forth to keep the groove going, cause the break was so short. Now if that ain't science, I don't know what is. The ingenuity of these young black kids. The Bronx, New York, Sedgwick and Cedar. Kool Herc birthed hip-hop, true believers. Adversity produces opportunity. Anything's accomplished through strength and unity. The fate of the world is in the hip-hop community. The revolution's here and now with you and me.
Dropping this sign, mercy. Dropping this sign, mercy.
As a scientist.
Dropping this sign, signs when they drop bombs.
Mercy.
Hey yo, what's good, yo? This is Craig G. Shout out to the Take It Personal podcast. You know how we do, we in the building. One love, yo.
I'm dropping science. I'm dropping science.
This is for your own concern.
I'm dropping science.
Let me show you exactly how it's properly done. Light, camera, action.
Yeah.
Camera, action.
Now step up to the King T's beer stand and let me know what beer is grand. No, wait. I got somebody that might convince you. Hold up, wait. Once again, this zone, I'm going out the front door. Ice Cube in the glass house, headed for the stove. To get a beer that's better than the rest. The ST period, IDE to the S. And it'll put hair on your chest in the black can. So once you grab a 6-pack and get your girl in the mood quicker. Get your Jimmy thicker with St. Hold lick. So when you get a 40, roll to the spot. Hug and kiss your girl and screw the cap off the top and get a taste of the beer that makes you tingle. And just remember that jingle.
What's up, man? Get up, man. Get up, nigga.
I can't bust, man.
Get up, you gotta do your verse, nigga.
Alright, I'll try it.
Get up, nigga.
I get drunk and I stumble to the phone and conjure up a bitch to bone when I'm alone. Bullshit, I told back I need to take a piss. Only when I'm drunk I sing a song like this. My grandma and your grandma sitting by the fire. Hold on, turn the beat off.
Hold it now. Going, J-Ro, can you make it?
I'm just not knowing. I get drunk and start talking more shit. And when I got a gun in my hand, you better get out. Cause my brain just ain't what it used to be. Forget trying to rationalize, cover your eyes. Damn, I'm drunk, I need a chunk, no better yet, a hunk of that funk. When I get drunk, I might act uncouth. But when I get drunk, I always tell the truth. Yeah, I'm good, bad, dope, I'm funky fresh. I make hip-hop fans say yes, yes. The licks coming through, you know we gonna blow up. Hold up, I think I got a damn false alarm. I'm getting all the ladies with my cool charm. When I get drunk, I might even call my daddy a punk. Yeah, but only when I'm drunk. Only when I'm drunk. Yeah. Only when I'm drunk. Let me pass the 40 to my nigga. Tash.
It goes 1 for the chronic, 2 for the amnesia. It's the pimp slap Nicky with drinks in the freezer. Bust a 1 apple, 2 apple. Type of rapper that'll get you out your seat quicker than a carjacker. Slip a cold 40 fever when I'm cooler with my people. Got hoes in East Columbus like I'm Billy D. Rico. Cause I move like I'm smooth like I'm Harry Belafonte. Looking for them niggas that jump my homie Dante. All up in this bitch with the gin and Tango Ray. Drink like Mr. Window, smoke bud like Dr. Dre. But that's cause I'm old enough to do that type of shit. Goddamn, I gotta piss, I passed the mic to E Swift. Yeah, I get drunk and can't nobody whoop me. I'm tripping, must be the
brew that I was sipping, kicking in. Guess I shouldn't have mixed it with the gin, cause when I'm laying on my back, I can feel the room spin. One too many, I reckon. Feeling like I could Earl any second. Wanna get up, but can't move. Feels like I'm stuck in the groove. What the fuck was I trying to prove? I got a rep for down the 4 O's. All the hoes knows them alcoholic bros. Niggas call me dead, I keep a fifth in the trunk. Might fuck a ugly bitch, but only when I'm drunk.
Yeah, only when I'm drunk. Only when I'm drunk. Yeah, only when I'm drunk. Only when I'm drunk. Alright, think I'm feeling a little better. Ready to bust this like this, and you don't miss. Check it out. I get drunk and start thinking about my friends that passed on. With every 40 ounce the memory will last on. Black Man, Muzzle, Mike Lee, and Suave D. You 3 MCs will always live in my memories. We used to rock shows, we used to rock hoes, and drink 40-O's and wear the same clothes. Damn, I wish we could go through it again, but I know one day we gonna do it again. And when the day comes, it's gonna be live, but I ain't in no hurry, so I don't drink and drive. The alcoholics, we get funky when we drinking. Just a little something to pump up the thinking.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This Flashy Tacky, aka Big Tash on the world famous alcoholic clique. I'm over here bumping the sounds right now. Just take it personal show. Just shouting out my homeboys, man. Full of Flavor, Kevlar, and DJ 360. Get a ball, my nigga. Alcoholic, tap, raps on tap, baby.
I get no kick from champagne. Mere alcohol doesn't thrill me at all. So tell me, why shouldn't it be true? I get a kick out of brew.
We like beers!
There's only one beer left. Rappers screaming all in our ears like we're deaf. Tempt me, do a number on a label. Eat up all the MCs and drink them under the table like it's on me. Put it on my tab, kid, however you get there. Foot it, cab it, iron horse it. You leave it on your face, forfeit. Of course the mic, hold it like the heat, he might toss it. Told her, tell him they stole it. He told her he lost it. She told him get off it and a bunch of other more shit. Getting money, DTs be getting no new leads. It's like he eating watermelon, stay spitting new seeds. It's the weed, give me some of what he drooping off. Soon as he wake up, choking like it was whooping cough. They groupin' soft. First hour at the open bar and they trooping off. He went to go laugh and get some head by the side road. She asked him autograph her derriere, red to wide load. This yard bird tastes like fried toad, turd, love villain. Take pride in cold words, crooked eye mode, nerd geek with a cold heart. Probably still be speaking in rhymes as an old fart. Study how to eat to die by the pizza guy. No, he's not too fly to skeet in a squeeze a eye, and squeeze a thigh. Maybe give her curves a feel the same way she feel it when he flow with nerves of steel. They call her super when they need their back plumbing fix. How is only one left? The pack coming 6. Whatever happened to 2 and 3? A herb tried to slide with 4 and 5 and got caught. Like what you doing, G? Don't make them have to get cutting like truancy. Matter of fact, not for nothing. Right now, you and me, looser than a pair of Adidas. I hope you bought your spare tweeters. MCs sound like cheerleaders, rapping and dancing like redhead kingpin. Doom came to do the thing again, no matter who be blingin'. He do it for the smelly hubbies. Seeds know what time it is, like it's time for Teletubbies. Few can do it, even fewer can sell it. Take it from the dude who wear a mask like a tarted helmet. He plot shows like robberies. In and out, 1, 2, 3, nobody's please. Run the cash and you won't get a wet sweatshirt. The mic is the shotty, nobody moves, nobody get hurt. Bring the heat like the boy done go on the wall. He came in the door and everybody on the floor. A whole string of jobs like we on tour. Every night on a score, coming to your corner store.
Pouring some food now. Be a winner. Throw the damn ball. Sit on the bench. Show what you do best.
He's chicken.
Yeah, he is a chicken. Throw that damn ball. Hey, you feel like chicken tonight?
You can do it.
I raised you to be a winner, so damn it, boy, win. Fire that fucking pig skin. Oh! Whoa, nice shot. Nice. Get him a beer. Oh my God. Oh man.
Welcome to Varsity Blues, my personal therapy EP for Color Boys. Varsity Blues.
It's when you start to get a gut and you don't go out as much. You and your old homeboys barely even stay in touch. You be doing too much. You trying to build a career, got a 1-bedroom and a fridge full of beer. You smoking cigarettes like it's going out of style. Used to be struggling, now you getting dough and piles. On the real, you haven't been truly happy in a while. Your mind ain't right, cause you got issues on file you've been building since your child and still haven't dealt with. Thanks to Hennessy and chronic, you haven't felt shit. But once you sober up, it's like your brain is blowing up. You get headaches and can't sleep, you're nervous for no reason. When everything is quiet, you can hear your heart beating, start pounding hella fast, and you feel like you're tweaking. I'm speaking to y'all who know what it's like and might have to be on medication for the rest of your life. It's for them varsity blues. To all of my dudes who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To my backpacking crews who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To my rips and dime moves who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To all of y'all who pay dues, still hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. When you've been with the same girl for over a year, knowing deep in your heart that marriage is your greatest fear. How you supposed to settle down with all these ladies out here? So many different types, black, Latin, and white. Now your girl might be tight, but she's not the only one. And this is your life, and you got only one to live, so live it up. Or do you give it up? That's why I'm singing the blues for y'all who know what's up. If your girl cheats on you, she's a whore, she's a slut. But if you do the same thing, you're just being a man. Now we can truly understand what our fathers went through. I know you cheated on your girl and it's bothering you, but you'll never find out, cause she was out with the crew. And she can't be hurt by what she never knew. But deep down inside you wanna tell her the truth. But if you do, she might leave, so what should you do? It's for them varsity blues. To all of my dudes who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To my backpacking crews who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To my rips and dime moves who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To all of y'all who pay dues, still hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's varsity blues, cause I led it in most every hood activity in rap mid-city. To retire from these streets that for years attempted killing me. My hood and dead homies will forever live in me, keeping me inspired through the drama life's giving me. I willingly sacrifice my life on these beats, so when I play it back, I kill the demons in my sleep. Or at least to understand why I am the way I am. Mean-spirited and angry, and I don't give a damn. Mad at the world, that's why I never had a girl. Incapable of loving anyone who could betray me. She made out with my best friend, it sorta drove me crazy. Along with the store that I opened down in AZ. And at the same time, I blew the engine on my Cadillac. Cost me 7 G's, so you know that set me back. Which equals varsity blues and panic attacks. It's for them varsity blues. To all of my dudes who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues. It's for them varsity blues. To my backpacking crews who hustle hard and never learned the meaning of blues.
Oh shit, what's up, fool? How you feeling?
Oh, I am just fine, my good friend Murs. What are you doing with yourself on this bright and sunny day?
I'm just trying to do this new song with Chaos and Thess.
That sounds like a splendid thing to do.
Man, we having a little trouble, though.
Oh, trouble? What is the trouble?
Well, shit.
La 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 la.
Oh, shit.
La la la.
Like that, nigga, do that shit.
La 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 la.
La la la. Woke up about noon, gave thanks. Choose to be amongst the ranks of the breathing, which enhances my chances of leaving behind the mark I set 24 hours ago. The day devoured slow. Whoever called me first basically decide how this shit is gonna flow. Maybe it's the crew calling me to hit the studio to make some new songs or a show we gotta do. Then there's option number 2. My niggas down the block calling me to hit the spot for the 64 session, playing bomb bullets, flying niggas, letting off aggression, talking shit, getting drunk, smoking weed, sitting in front of the TV. Yeah, that's cool. But there's always option number 3, which could be a female, and that's when we males tend to sell out. Just the thought of getting some pussy could change the whole route, but I gotta do that new legend song without a doubt. And I ain't seen my niggas on the Dell since the tour let out. But for sure I wanna see what this girl is talking about. But before I figure any of this shit out, what? I gotta get some cash, plus mom's left a note for me to take out the trash. And first and foremost, the nigga gotta wash his ass, then proceed to get dressed. While I'm sorting through this mess, thinking thinking I can't hit all three, but I can probably get two. Now this is how I handle the day. First called the homie Jay down at B-Boy Kingdom to see how many new tapes he needed me to bring in. He said shoot him dubs, so I called the girl I had met at the club, told her to come swoop me so I could get these ends. After that, dropped me off on the block, told her she could have the afternoon to kick it with the friends. That night she'd be with me, so before she left I made sure when I paged her, she knew where to be. Everything seems to be moving right on course, so I strolled to the spot, said what's up to the little homies, kicking it on the porch. Strolled in the house talking shit. Niggas quickly picked up the sticks, ready to get sprayed. We played pistols in the basement and the facility with hand grenades. Oh shit, there go my ride. I walked outside that full time. Pulled up just in time, cause fools is talking about playing some proximity mines. So we hopped in the Buick, headed to the studio so we could do this new music. And when we get there as usual, everybody else was late into the recording booth. And I used hella takes, so we didn't leave the lab till some minutes after 8. Thought it might be too late to hit that dip older than me, but I paced it anyway. And in 15 minutes, she was at where I told her to be. She knew no disrespect was intended. Plus this girl knew that I came highly recommended. And on top of all of that, she got to peep the new Lexus tracks while she was getting blended. Hit her off something tight, so she dropped me off at the crib sometime about midnight, a full day's work. That's right.
Hey, look at this! Look at this! Look at this! I've been cleaning out my nest, and I found an old book of my poetry.
Fresh out of school, cause I was a high school grad. Got to get a job, cause I was a high school dad. Wish I got paid by a rapper to the nation, but that's not likely. So here's my application, pass it to the man at AT&T. Cause when I was in school, I got the AEE. But there's no SC for this youngster. I didn't have no money, so now I gotta punch the clock at a slave and be happy man. But Whitey says there's no room for the African. Always knew that I would clock G's. But welcome to McDonald's, may I take your order, please? Gotta serve your food that might give you cancer. Cause my son doesn't take no for an answer. Now I pay taxes that they never give me back. What about diapers, bottles, and Similac? Do I have to sell me a whole lot of crack for decent shelter and clothes on my back? Or should I just wait for help from Bush or Jesse Jackson and Operation Push? If you ask me, the whole thing needs a douche. A Massingale, what the hell crackers sell in the neighborhood? To the corner house bitches, Miss Parker, Little Joe, and Todd Bridges, or anybody that he know. So I caught me a bird better known as a kilo. Now everybody know I went from Poe to a nigga that got dope. So now you put the feds against me, cause I couldn't follow the plan of the presidency. I'll never get love again, but blacks are too fucking broke to be Republican. Now remember, I used to be cool till I stopped filling out my W-2. Now senators are getting high, and your plan against the ghetto backfire. So now you got a pep talk, but sorry, this is our only room to walk. Cause we don't want a drug push, but a bird in the hand is worth more than a book. catch on to see who I'm giving the hook.
All these phony motherfuckers wanna shake my hand and behind my back talk shit to the next man. Head to your block, you got beats, but stop, your shit is whack.
Yeah, you better keep it subliminal, cause I don't play. Some say my style's type criminal, and we can get down, yo, for real. Yeah, so whatever, kid, do what you feel, sucker.
Try to play me close and get roast, sucker.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers.
Try to play me close and get roast, sucker.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, die hard.
You see me, and I see you, but you still wanna act like you don't see me. Cool, years ago, and A&R dissed our fucking demos and said the shit was garbage. You big time bitch, foaming. You label shit and you regret it in a moment. Now you eat deals while I puff on the fills, and still you can't comprehend the skills.
You remember the time, only after I perform, call my hotel dorm, wanna roll me like a storm, but blue. No matter what you do, you can't trick this kid too cool, I thought you knew.
Try to play me close and get roast.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers.
Try to play me close and get roast.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers.
Try to play me close and get roast.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers.
Try to play me close and get roast.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers. Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers. Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers. Now I'm walking up your block like whatever. Got the polo hat flip back and the dark brown leather. Steady putting niggas out of service. And I peep where you live, so your ass is mad nervous. So what? I got you under pressure, and pulling the trigger don't make me more of a man or any lesser. But it do make you a dead one, so you're best to be careful what you say or what you said, son.
I don't really wanna snuff nobody. I just drank my 25th Coke with Bacardi. Try to play me close and get roast, sucker.
Beat nuts forever, die hard, motherfuckers. But only skinny pockets ever locked the chick. I had to think of my shit so I could flip around quick. Kick back, Miss Jack, I pay you no mind. Cause I hits ass without the gas anytime.
Yeah, what's up, man? This is the podcast to end all podcasts. This is the Razzcast to end all Razzcasters. You are now checking out Take It Personal with my man Jason Gloss, Kevlar, and DJ 360. You know what the fuck it is. Let's go.
I'ma kick it to y'all frankly, so all you weak niggas can hate me. Jealous cause they know I'm this shit like Mr. Hanky. Reintroducing Razzcast the waterproof, I'm too deep, you too short. Standing on 2 feet, drowning in 2 feet. Capiche, I defy defeat by defecating on beat. Fuck how you feel. I got an oil fixation with spitting liquefied razors so ill that they cut through steel. So if my album ever sell 3 mil, I'm slashing every rapper with a deal. Every nigga with a video look like Seal. Kiss from a rose knot, more like a peck from Jada. Even with the spectator. Rank the niggas 45 and blaze 50 greatest MCs. Good looking, but I beg to differ though. Body of evidence, my molecular structure based on the table of elements. I'm CMX4, NL3, IV3 plus TG2, RV4, MS4, GR1, AT5, complex with curriculums combined. A next level innovator with invigorating rhymes, plus slightly thugged out, but revolutionary with mine. Spit my message with grime, 5 years ahead of my time. 2005, I'ma be that nigga beating down traffic cops and stop signs. Now put that in your glass, dick and smoke it. Who the dopest? If brass spoken, locust, the most focused. Wrote the opus, nature the threats, folks focus. Riches the brokers can get it, like I'm sexually transmitted. Bitch. Yeah. Evil D make it ill for me. Spit it. On a photo, my skill dip. This that underground b-boy shit, just a beat in the rhyme. It's simplified as a heat in the crime. True lyricists always get felt, cause I really masturbate, dog, but I always be feeling myself. I rep Golden State Warriors, I rep the Horsemen. Get busy drunk and forced to praise the porcelain god, I'm worse than Cupid. Love is love, so my clans release hollow point endorphins. Bitch nigga, I mighty morph into a Lawson. Morphing grown men into a forced adult abortion. Make it scorching, hot to death and drop it Arctic. So MC shatter like glass next time a nigga spark shit. Makes sense even if I don't make dollars. Asiatic ghetto scholar, you're grafted My hoochie bitches pop that pussy, while my pimp niggas pop they collars. These the last days of disco.
It's all about me.
Cause I'm out here with a big dick though, and you faggot like Cisco. You thumbs down 6 feet like Ebert and Gene Cisco. I'm blessed with my father's complexion, my mother's features. I'm unique, different from all other creatures. Get me rocking a black do-rag, telling pigeons you's a motherfucking fool. Then now they be like, you look like Ja Rule, but that's cool. That's all short chocolate cheeky-eyed niggas look alike, boo. Let the pin stroke so the track have a heart attack. You blind, baby, get your cataracts. Matter of fact, face it, B, I'm just not the norm. More graphic than porn. I'm like I witness in the Matador get his rib cage crushed. Lung core by a raging bull's horn. I put it on like a uniform.
Man, Vincent, I'm in big fucking trouble, man. I'm coming to your house.
Whoa, hold your horses, man. What's the problem?
I got this chick, she's fucking ODing on me.
Well, don't bring her here. I'm not even fucking joking with you, man. Do not be bringing some fucked up poop out to my house.
No choice.
She's ODing?
She's fucking dying on me, man.
Okay, well then you bite the fucking bullet and you take her to a hospital and call a lawyer.
Negative.
This is not my fucking problem, man. You fucked her up. You fucking deal with this.
Now if it's cool in moderation, I found a way to pace it. I made it more acceptable this life and I ace it. I'm faded on occasion in abrasion to the clean cut. Blended with my normal way of life and now I seem stuck. Even when I'm not blue, I'm focused and I thank you for opening that part of my brain I couldn't break through. Even though it's illegal, I consume it. I participate in dangerous activities. I'm doing my future longevity, heavenly prospect. I think I got a good heart. I say I had a late start. People in my family have fallen to addiction and submission uncontrollable. You can't take the friction.
Together like bricks stacked in an orderly fashion. When I'm building up my confidence surrounding my control habitat, split in two. Which rappers the lie? Which holds the key to bring my destiny? Survival of the fittest is the medicine, the key to free the mind. Subliminal intricate tricks put upon my being. Since the birth of a sorcerer came under the Pisces sign. Alcoholic blushing, gushing like rivers of gold. Holding my breath with the fish. Early death is not a wish. I'm not Bronson, but it haunts my conscience on a constant. Soaking up my compliments. One hand in the wonderland, one hand in the contraband. Underwater chase the rabbit to his destination. One hand on the pipe, one for the blunt, one for the medicine. One hand on the bottle, one for the door so they could let us in. One hand for the glass, one for the ass, one for the pad and pen. One hand for the mic control. See the rabbit gentleman.
They set it up for us. Put me on a planet of people, use these plants of love, put them in their mouths and stuff. Tried it once to call a bluff and see the repercussions, cause the world is a petri dish, experimental hit and miss. I'm a goldfish, underwater. Shake me some crystals that might change the color. Now look through my lens, do you see how things are circular? Pixelated pressure points direction when you hit the joint. Added into what you had it stashed up in your liquor cabinet. Drank to wash down the sticky tablet. Stuck inside, you had to have it. Now go and get it, cause here it comes lifted. Euphoric brain, liquid melt, shifted, felt good. Either you shouldn't or you should, but you did. Either you shouldn't or you should, so you did. This is a message for grown folks and kids who choose to chase the rabbit in these lives that we live.
The old lady gets upset when I touch the bottle. I promise I would import secrets into my palate minus special occasions. Yesterday she could tell I had a hangover when asked what was the occasion. I said because I could afford it. It was a shame how short the time was since my previous buzz. Didn't want to think about it, try to swallow it whole. But that will only leave things unsettled, causing nerves to shake like upset stomachs, avalanches, and earthquakes. Not an uncommon occurrence, but still hard to digest. The older I get, the harder it is to fight these addictive, aggressive gravities weighing me down. Squinting my eyes, gritting my teeth in disbelief, but becoming what I've always learned to hate. And some of us won't stop until we see with our own eyes self-deterioration, the coughing up of blood caught in the throat, the flexes phlegm. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know shit like this will be our downfall. If not the actual sickness itself, then the mind state that we're in. Seeing is believing, but at times what is seen is a sign of it being too late. A sign of it being too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late.
Well, now I've been to
the steps of the depths of that other place. Turned back and learned that here is where I love to race. When in the face of reality, I kiss it. If I fuck off relations, know that I'ma miss it. Visit with it, live it, give it all a grouch. Unzip it like a pouch and let it all hang out. As if no one was watching, ain't botching up the job. God never that. Help me with the better act. Knack embedded, manipulated any state. Whether sober or faded to where I can't see straight. I motivate, elevate, activate, tell it great, take it farther. Growing larger on the daily off a chill pill. Although the thrill will call, face it. Life in this matrix is raw. Pace it, pace it, pace it, pace it, y'all. Pace it, y'all.
Man, you 21 now and I still can't believe it. Been living on your own, just hard to conceive that you on the right track out pursuing that knowledge. But a few years back, I couldn't see you in college. You was all out gripping, brought a gun in the house. My first thought was to take it, give you one to the mouth, but never that. We've been through way too much. I always tried to give you guidance, but not say too much. Tried to lead by example, didn't I have some nerve? Telling you stay out the street while I was out slanging herb. But I always preferred you do it smarter than me. You didn't have to prove nothing, being harder than me. You helped mom at the cleaner, stayed away from misdemeanors. I was proud of you then, please believe I still am. Don't let the world get you down, throw you off your program. Life is hard, even harder on a young black man. If it gets rough, blow a blunt and pump some old slow jams. Know every man with the badges, probably a punk, but don't ever risk your freedom just to throw one punch. Let a coward be a coward, he has to deal with this past. I know these pigs deserve it, but give them a pass. I know you wanna keep it gangster, just do it with class. Above all, remember this, no matter how big you get, I'm still your big brother and I could always whip your ass. They say a wise man knows nothing, so I know a lot less. But I've been where you at, homie, put to the test. The answer lies deep within, so open your chest and find God within yourself and he'll show you the rest. I know the world is against you when you're going through stress, but long as you still breathing, gotta know you've been blessed. The only sin is giving up, there's no need to confess. Find the God within yourself and he'll show you the rest. Now take that do-rag off when you get in my ride. Man, that shit ain't fresh, you're supposed to wear it inside, not under bandanas or under a cap. I might be getting old, but I don't understand that. You want your hoodie on or off, please make up your mind. Trapped in a rap video, losing your mind. Getting lost in someone else helps you find yourself. I guess that's how it works. I seen this kid the other day with murder written on his shirt and never been to a funeral. Now am I out of touch? If I say it's unusual, this dude'll sing a love ballad to his homeboys before a young lady. Now ain't that crazy? If you didn't love that bitch, then why'd you make her keep your baby? Oh, abortion's not right, but just the other night you was a killer, pull a trigger before you have a fair fight. But if you value one, then why not value every life? It's obvious you know the difference between wrong and right. It's not about being soft, it's hard to follow the light when you're surrounded by darkness, almost drowning in evil. Been searching for some hope, but still ain't found no real people. Here's a shout, know we out here and struggling too. Some of us do illegal, some will thug our way through. We gotta fight to show the world that our youth are intelligent. So keep it gangster in your CD changer, not your resident. A wise man knows nothing, so I know a lot less. But I've been where you at, homie, put to the test. The answer lies deep within, so open your chest and find God within yourself and he'll show you the rest. I know the world is against you when you're going through stress, but long as you still breathing, gotta know you've been blessed. The only sin is giving up, there's no need to confess. Find the God within yourself and he'll show you the rest. G-O-D-D goes down again. G-O-D-D my range. Murs the millionaire. We keep it going, y'all. Check it. Yo, I heard your style and I peeped you, nigga. Your whole album I sleep through, nigga. Cause Tay's an avalanche, so call the ambulance and tell them to pick up your people, nigga.
Don't call Farrakhan to squash it. Better yet, call the sheriff and the coroner's office. Tell him it's a dead body on the corner of Lawson and Austin. Run quick, proceed with caution. These motherfuckers really think that Tay done lost it. He sold a couple records, now they thinking he flossing. But I ain't stopped battling, I just stopped rattling off rhymes for free cause y'all was making me nauseous. Understand, fucker, I'm gon' win regardless. I still got the hunger pangs from my apartment when me and Ninth was broke, splitting cans of Star Kiss, arguing about who LP was the hardest, with a handful of CDs ready to burn. Some real hip-hop for your listening nerds. A year later, hooked up with a nigga named Murs. Now everybody play our records for they women in churn. J. Lee got the East Coast, getting the loot. Living legends on the West Coast, ready to shoot. Get a cell phone and call up the troops. Fonte, tailor-made for the game, y'all just following suit.
Hey, yo, we animals, ready for war, destined for combat. Play the CD or tape and then rewind that. You want beef, motherfucker, never mind that.
And if he owe me money, bitch, nigga better find that.
We animals, ready for war, destined for combat. Play the CD or tape and then rewind that. Somebody merge where your mind at.
Murs 316 meets foreign exchange. Keep your ear to the speaker, quit ignoring the names. Welcome to the next level, top floor in the game. The league done hooked up with a Cloverdale nigga, so skip your sidekick, I'm a next tail nigga. If I hit you on the chirp with a verse, you better roger that. Pitching word perfect from the land where the Dodgers at. Trying to get some money with some pussy on the side of that. Never have to ask where my killers or my riders at. But when fake gangsters trying to find where them dollars at, go to any city where there's pretty bras to holla at. The illest in your state. Went on a tour date and more great than your grandfather's father. Tay, I know it gotta hurt them as they stand by the slaughter. Ought to be locked away when I rock this way. Getting rocked on the airways, but not for play. If my heart should stop and I drop today, I went against all odds and I got my way.
Hey, yo, we animals, ready for war, destined for combat. Play the CD or tape and then rewind that. You want beef, motherfucker, never mind that.
And if he owe me money, bitch, nigga better find that.
We animals, ready for war, destined for combat. Play the CD or tape and then rewind that. So let me know where your mind at.
I don't think it, I just do it. Y'all still thinking it's just music, but J-Leaguers are just movement, so you should just adjust to it. Cause our whole attitude is fuck losing. People on the outside saying he must do it, cause all niggas make is love songs and drug music. I don't sip Don P, but kick it with Von P. And now I'm with Sean P. Boot Camp, who the fuck knew it? Broke Noms in the building, but me and Sean's in the building. Them joints that rock hard like Benatar. More than just the MC, Tay is like a motivational speaker, and each and every verse is a seminar, and each and every word is a miniature representation of the divine revelation he's sending y'all. Up next to get it as soon as we distribute these rhymes to the public. Sorry if I'm offending y'all. Tay the crew rocker, overseas shoe shopper, and Maggiano's ordering 2 pastas. Back in the days, them hoes say he too proper. Now he's the main attraction like Mufasa. I ain't lying, but if you think that I ain't trying to be the best, you need to rewind this. Big Doe and Drew High standing behind this. You have now been in tune to the finest fun. The man, the myth, the legend, the one that rock mics. Fonte, J-League, what you know about it? The camp, the clique, the crew, play this song tonight.
Sean P. Boot Camp, what you know about it?
They better get it while it's getting before they getting this gone. Cause right here, right now, yeah, they know about it. It's Sean P. Fonte, nigga, let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be.
I don't gap it, I just clap it. Y'all still thinking it's just rapping, but Boot Camp is a tough unit, so you should just adjust to it. Cause my whole attitude is rough to it. People in my project say it rough, yo, fuck music. I've been loving rap since Run was crush proofing. I don't eat tofu, I don't drink soy milk. Always in the beef part, don't get your boy killed. Lyrically, I'm killing them. Call Tay, tell him I got Ye and Wilmington. Call up some of my fam, these crackers buying crack 100 a gram. I got a gun in my hand. Don't make me take your life. I do wrong just to make shit right, right? I thank God for Buck and Drew. Without a deal, who knows what the fuck I do? Probably stand on the corner with a gun and a beeper. Act wrong, clap strong, put your son in the sleeper. Son with the reefer. I got a room with your joint. Bring the chorus and I prove my point. Peace.
The man, the myth, the legend, the one that rock mics. Fonte, J-League, what you know about it? The camp, the clique, the crew, play this song tonight.
Sean P. Boot Camp, what you know about it?
They better get it while it's getting, before they getting this gone.
Cause right here, right now, yeah, they know about it.
It's Sean P. Fontaine, nigga, let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be known. Let it be.
First off, let me just say how sorry I am for your loss. We all are.
Take your fucking sorries and stick him in your ass.
I can say nothing. Be a heartless prick.
He tried to talk, he couldn't even say his last words. Anybody ever die in your arms, you cocksucker? A family member, somebody you love?
No.
Well, give it time. See if I can't make that happen for you.
All right, that's enough.
Whoa.
Philly, why don't you go have a drink?
Don't tell me what to do, Jimmy. Fuck him, John. Fuck all of them.
Yo, what up, y'all? This is Ill Bill, aka the cult leader, and you're chilling right now listening to the Philly Flavor Show. That's what's up.
Fib throbs, stick up kids and coke sluts. My friends rip ATMs out of walls with tow trucks. Bunch of crazy Yetis with machetes. Sprinkled a little snow up top instead of cherries. They had a shootout in the lobby. A hollow ricocheted off the intercom knob. Some pop little Tommy. The projects gave me a sense of humor. Fuck expensive shooters. My goons are Freddy Kruegers. Love my jacuzzi and my limousine, but all I need is my Uzi and my triple beam. Flirting with tenderonis, perverted ceremonies. Pour a little liquor for our dead homies. Pour a little liquor for our dead homies. Pour a little liquor for our dead homies.
Kill any fella after prosciutto, oil and mozzarella, mortadella. Dave Mustaine veins hit him like Lupinella. Baking soda, undercovers looking like Yanni. They want coke, street goblin up in the Maserati, cotton soap. 10 commandments, get them bagged up, elephant grams. 80s fish scale like pelicans, Cubans with 20 plants. All she wanna do is dance. Van Halen, coke vixen, Medivon, Sutherland picking. Face mask tradition, windows tinted like the eye in the pigeon. Surgical precision, stove tops, cook crack, be crushed victims. Hebrew scholar. With the bomb you call for $1. Spit the Kabbalah. MC Light razor tape to my collar. Stay hot, cause I got the same talent as Tex Watson. Pale Nazarene and a Datsun from Brooklyn to Yonkers.
Yo, 1 2 1 2. Yeah. This Pack Pistol Pazzi, otherwise known as Vinny Paz, Jedi Mind Tricks representative, Army the Pharaoh's representative. You're checking out Take It Personal with my family, Philly Flavor, Kevlar, DJ 360. You know what I'm saying? Keep your ear to the street and keep your eyes peeled.
Aight, 1 2. Bomba Glide, you could die out here. This a different set of rules we abide by here. Them yappers is always out, we do drive-bys here. Y'all are hippies, Vinny don't allow tie-dye hair. This the book of Exodus, it's Mount Sinai here. You get punched in the fucking face for looking side-eye here. No hablo inglés, by now we play side-side here. I got shooters that took a charge, they like Tata here. Chop his fucking head, cock it back for the click-clack. Straight shots hit him in the abdomen, the six-pack. The 40 cal bullet size smaller than a tic-tac. Beretta 84 cheetah hit him like a jit-tac. The Taurus jam too much pause so I can't bother. The Nighthawk ram and it touch you like bambada. How many more y'all gonna be catching a fade? And everybody mad looking at the mess that I made. Stupid.
Stop it, y'all little dudes been out of pocket. Your whole wardrobe coming out your girl's closet. You need to get back inside the closet before we unleash the rockets. Come on, stop it, stop it. Y'all little dudes been out of pocket. Your whole wardrobe coming out your girl's closet. You need to get back inside the closet before we unleash the rockets. Come on, stop it. Don't have me push a button, flying all type of kites. Deprive you of oxygen, deprive you of life. Slugs flying out of nines inside your windpipes. It's the difference between surviving and living life. Stop the bargain before I make the gun bite. My faculties in order, underworld supporter. Sodom Gomorrah, sodomized mics for 4 quarters. Get it, the hustle, hustle to get it, that's off the muscle. QB apocalypse, the iron jungle. 100 miles running, niggas with attitude to the gun you. Look what it come to, set it out when the God come through. Tranquilo, I'm humble, more dope than a bundle. War tactics, artifacts, it's all actual. Gaddafi no gay, Gaddafi no play, Gaddafi. Black Caesar, you sweeter than Stevie J, Stevie J, Stevie J.
Yeah. Yo, you got your man Omar Lorenz, aka Lorena Vici on the check-in. I'm tuned into the motherfucking Take It Personal podcast. Take it personal, bitch.
Yo, we rock minks, different flavors. Two-tone shit, Stefano Ricci on the Gators. You know the time, date, just 41 facial. Breeze by them bad news blocks, bullets erase you. I'm dope like a heaven spot, this on the south side. Shooters place heat to your lips, don't get your mouth fried. Queen scar faces, have police car chasers, can't keep up. The heat's up, I'm locked and loaded. My niggas took trips and came back, the block exploded. Grimy belligerent shooters that play the benches. I break bread with niggas like that from out the trenches. $100,000 whips, full clips and no degrees. Respect the resume, I rep for Queens. 2 kilos on my neck, half a brick on my feet. Imagine what I got flowing out in the street. You know the stilo. My niggas still playing CeeLo. 2 kilos on my neck, half a brick on my feet. Imagine what I got flowing out in the street. My niggas still playing CeeLo. In the front of the plane, rocking the Rosa Parks t-shirt. Pineapple mousse and the masseuse, that's my dessert. Fried barramundi anytime we getting hungry. I tip my hat to thorough niggas that be getting money. Easy on the gas like a Prius. You get your face smacked off for trying to G us. Whole heaters make them sizzle like fajitas. Coke by the liters, take trips to Adelitas. You might have seen me looking sexually gifted on the Coliseum block while testing a biscuit. Fuck a pig, I'm on point for when they search for you. My Gucci jacket is reversible. Uptown, D's hopping out of the tan van. Right outside the vacant lot that used to be Pan. I'm breezing through, dirty as a prostitute's diary. But I still make drops with no anxiety. Swimming like I'm Katie Ledecky, better respect me. Made bands, I'm a made man, maneuver freshly. Being humble is the form of being cocky. You pussy niggas acting extra cause you not me. I'm out here getting more massages than Kobe beef. 2 kilos on my neck, half a brick on my feet. Imagine what I got flowing out in the street. You know the stilo. My niggas still playing CeeLo. 2 kilos on my neck, half a brick on my feet. Imagine what I got flowing out in the street. My niggas still playing CeeLo.
No, you gonna dig this. Can you dig it? Can you dig it? Can you dig it?
The game taking a turn for the worse. Niggas making whatever, doing it for the thirst. The money and the women, the fame for the position. To be number one, got them trapping in the kitchen. Cooking up that white girl, oh yeah, I get it. Everybody a dealer, it goes with the gimmick. The rest of them mimic like they the new Jeezy. Make a couple of records, thinking it's just easy. Shit, this the streets, motherfucker, is beefing it. Niggas don't give a fuck, you see cheap keeping it. They ain't your friends, ask a stranger. They wanna see you dead. Other people who hungry don't wanna see you fed. The devil's a liar. He bring whatever you want in your face, that's fire. The proper attire. Oh, look at that round fat, brown skin, few tats, hair black. That's not where I was going. I was showing you niggas the mirror to see your nonsense way clearer. Here's the picture. Hold up, wait a minute. Eric Sermon putting on the clinic, spitting the authentic, like in the way I pin it. My team is hitting like we win the pennant. Ball game. I love those thinking I'm over. I pull up left foot out the rover. Some ain't believing it. I'm chillin', motherfucking Milk D in it. I ain't asked to be in it, I was destined for seeing it. So why you want try me? Saying I'm washed up, today I use ivory. Everybody asking me where I been. I'm out in Mexico, homie, with Carlos Slim. Everybody asking who's him, the richest man on the planet. I'm getting that money, goddammit.
When you turn on the radio, when you're looking at the video, it's just the same old shit. Where did the game go? I don't know.
It's all the same, it's all the same. I'm like,
where did the game go?
From the ever to crack wars, rubber band stack fitted caps and vap tours. Certain clubs was letting the back door. Would show love, cause this is what that's for. Fly dude, destroyer, Yaku, Duchess and fried food, fuck it was my move. Vibes full, spoke what we felt in. Like jail men, nothing was held in. I tailspinned in the coupe with no roof. Off that 40 proof, the spook with the gold tooth. Flow the truth, I know the booth. Been about it, got photos as a youth. Salute, my trap raps was facts. Attack tracks in black, these rap cats is whack. Bring it back, that feel good when it's still hood. Big Wood if still alive and skills could.
I don't play the radio, I ain't watching no videos. In the juice bar, just building with the millennials. Everybody sound the same, everybody look the same. I cut from a cloth of them old school criminals. Keep that fake shit to a minimum. Matter of fact, don't even do it cause I'm a general. I ain't got time for no industry lies from an industry guy. I'm in the G5. Homies catch a sting like we in the beehive. Got beef, we don't go to sleep, let the heat fly. Let it fly. Like them birds going south, yeah I splurge going out, and I swerve going out. Come around the curve, hit second and third, then I'm out. Fast life make you holler to E-dub. I'm the other P making dollars, get high. Pray to God that I'ma see them all. Ghosts.
Yo, what's up? It's Eric Summer, the Green Knight Band, representing the EP&D.
AZ, and I'm checking out Take It Personal.
Hey, yo, it's OC, member of the DIPC Immortals. Check it out, Take It Personal podcast with my dope Philly Flavor, Kevlar. DJ 360. I know what it is, man. Take it personal.
Take it personal. Take it personal.
No chain tattoos where you can't see. I'm the one, I'm the man that you can't be. Decade plus in the game, I got a name. While a lot of these commercial ass rappers should be ashamed. Sold your soul for that 15 minutes you was in, you was on, you was hot, now you finished. I represent for real hip-hop, for my homies that still sell pills and low glocks. I told the young dudes, clean your money up. It's a recession, it's the perfect time for coming up. You can listen to these rappers if you're dumb enough. A smile, get money, have fun, be one of us. Why you acting tough for? Wouldn't throw a cream puff in a cupcake war. It's not real, it's all what you make it. All you got is your word and you fuck once you break it.
Life is a myth and time is an illusion. I'm a light shining through the confusion. We sell frequencies designed as music. All I do is kick rhymes, have fun and do cool shit.
Wasn't for this hip-hop-ish, I'd probably lose it. The real thinker, don't confuse me with Confucius. Cut on your blinker, get it right, I'm the prototype. I spit like I mix chemicals in beakers. Way before I heard my words thumping out a speaker, I knew I was too cool to play follow the leader. Everything I do goes over the head of overachievers. We can discuss this over lunch, it's over when I dump my feces. Fucking punks, bunch of bitches, y'all should wear pumps. Square up, run to Orange County for a fair one. I'm out your frequency, don't speak to me. Reason be, I'm like a deity in the elite. Murs, bow our heads, bon appetit. Let's turn paid dues into Coachella and have a feast. This rap game is full of lames, driving themselves insane, looking for a lane, man.
Life is a myth and time is an illusion. I'm a light shining through the confusion. We sell frequencies designed as music. All I do is kick rhymes, have fun and do cool shit.
This is grown man talk. Head up high with pride is how I walk. Take notes from the source. And it's just analog in the 2-inch reels. You had to show and prove your skill to cop you a deal. Cosigns was void. Shortcuts didn't exist. You had to go hard in the paint to score. Test the time would separate the weak from those who had abilities to transcend beats. In other words, yo, you had rappers and then you had MCs. Kane, Melly Mel, G-Rap, and OC. Busy Bee, Starsky, old varsity. Sideways talk nowadays. Larceny, fast forward. Present time, now it's something called 360 deal. Idiots ask where do I sign? Bent over, face down, getting dick from behind. I'm shaking my head thinking you out your cotton picking minds.
Life is a myth and time is an illusion. I'm a light shining through the confusion. We sell frequencies designed as music. All I do is kick rhymes, have fun and do cool shit. Life is a myth and time is an illusion. I'm a light shining through the confusion. We sell frequencies designed as music. All I do is kick rhymes, have fun and do cool shit.
Cool. Cause I don't get upset. I kick a hole in the speaker, pull a plug, then I check.
Oh, can it be I stayed away too long? Did I leave your
2 years, man, of waiting, man.
For my supporters and my fans, man, I know y'all been waiting. Now it's finally here, and thank you for your patience. The world's gone crazy since we last spoke. Bloodshed and war, the absence of hope. Shooting at the school, economy's a joke. Homies on heroin, homies on coke. But can you even blame them when they only tryna coke? Damn. All these rappers wanna talk about is guns and dope. Don't they realize we all at the end of our rope? The future all depends on the power of our quotes, the power of a pen, the power of a vote, the power of your words, the power of your voice, the power of America's the freedom of choice. We choose to do nothing, we lose it, we suffering. That it's time to do something. It's not socialism, it's not communism. It's loving each other, realize there's no different. It's positive movement, gradual improvement. When no one else does, believe you can do it. My heart is a speaker, I bleed this music. The beats in my blood, I must transfuse it. If it wasn't for this, then I just might lose it. Damn. My goddaughters, Nadia, Simone, Deanna, knowing that our father's never coming home. Claimed by the streets, it's the mother war zone. Tears in my eyes as I'm writing this song. Mommy working 2 jobs, trying to do it on her own. No matter where I go or how far I roam, know that I love you and you'll never be alone. Damn, y'all so grown. And a wise man told me, man, like, life is like a table full of like glasses of water, and your job is to keep them all full. You know what I'm saying? So everyone's happy, but at the same time, you gotta keep your pitcher full of water so you can fill everybody else up. And it's like, damn. From the independent hip-hop scene, now they talking like I'm not a hip-hop fiend. Needle in my arm, can't they see I'm ODing? You'll never take the strike from this triple OGing. I blaze trails, created festival, lost 50 G's on paid dues, is that acceptable? What, I'm not down for the cause? Hold on, Mike, I'ma need a few bars. I could've done an eyes and scream hip-hop is dead. I got up on my ass and I did something instead. Signed with the devil, brought the scene up a level, killed the beast from within. I'm a born-again rebel, trying to save the youth from the way of the gun. And if I only save one, then my job is done. So you can say what you will, but you should judge me none. From my God, from my faith as I move place to place. Times I thought if I could just die, it'd be great. Drop on the spot, man, I didn't even care. I stopped talking to you, I stopped saying prayers. Numb from the liquor and the antidepressants. Pressure from the label, studio stressing. Almost lost my passion to pursue this profession. From myself, from my soul, when I'm out on the road, I give so much out to these kids I don't know. I thought I lost you, but no one to talk to. But you're the one that opened up these doors that I walk through. I can't fault you, only forgive you. I'm the only one that's seen the pain that you've been through. The drama, the struggle that built all your issues. The drama, the struggle that built all these issues. It's all just to make sure they never forget you.
Did I leave your mind when I was gone? It's not my thing trying to get back. But this time let me tell you where I'm at.
You are now checking out.
Take it personal with the homies. You know what time it is.
Wrapping it up, baby. Episode 43. Big ups to the homie Murs coming through, talking baseball, talking about his brews. They sound absolutely delicious. When I get off probation next year, maybe I'll try a sip.
Little waffle cone.
Waffle cone.
I like how you worked into probation.
Yeah, right? I thought we were supposed to talk about that. Kev killed that Carvel ice cream at the game we went to not too long ago.
I could actually cut Carvel and Kev killed, and people would be like, what the fuck did he do?
Hey, guys, don't forget, we got a bunch of t-shirts and all kinds of other shit on our website. TakeItPersonalRadio.com. Click on the store button on the menu. Dude, like every 2 weeks, we run sales, 30% off. The shipping can go fuck itself, but we have no control over that.
You know, it's funny. You got like a Mets shirt on. You're celebrating baseball, but like underneath, you got the Wu-Tang shirt.
Underneath, I got the Wu-Tang shirt.
From the Take It Personal tribute.
You're rocking your Stacks shirt.
I am rocking. I know you got Soul Tea.
The Outcast shirts are really nice.
We got stickers. We got like phone cases. Fucking, I think there's mouse pads. Is there mouse pads?
Maybe. Click. But cop yourself a shirt. like Kev said, usually every few weeks they go on sale for 35% off.
Make up for that shipping fuckery.
Yeah, man. And we got some giveaways this year. We got giveaways from Get On Down. We got a lot of interviews coming up. I don't want to say too much because, you know, rappers, if you didn't already know, they're not always most reliable. So I just want to say we have a lot we're excited about, and we look forward to bringing that to you. This is the first show out of the Southern Hip Hop Tribute
Let's just stop
series.
saying Southern Hip Hop Tribute altogether. We're fucking done, all right? We're not going back to the fucking South, all right? We hope you enjoyed it.
It was necessary. I hope everyone that listened either liked it or pulled something from it.
We got the Eskimo Hip Hop Tribute coming next week. All the dopest Alaskan rappers out there.
But we do have a DITC. We do have a boot camp click.
Dope.
Right? So we do have a lot of other tributes that are...
I can't wait for that DITC, man. That's legendary. That's gonna be
that's
the
packed
thing
with
to look forward
interviews.
to. Yeah, that's gonna be the one to look forward to. And one
Fat
thing,
Joe's gonna cry when he realizes he wasn't on it.
he's
of
gonna
course
be
he's
all
gonna be on
over
it.
it. You kidding me?
What do you mean? Why would he be on it?
By the way, with the Southern Tribute, I'm going to bring it up one last time. The Miami mix got a lot of fucking play.
It's the best part.
Might have to do a
good.
part 2 just for Miami.
I like how we've been hitting everybody with the little mini mixes.
It's to hold him over because these
Dre,
long ass shows.
We could have done a 3-hour show of Miami Mix.
You know what? It was fun.
It's like the grits. It's like the grits from my cousin Vinny. You know, you can't eat instant grits. You gotta cook the grits. Let them chill. And we've been chilling in the South, but we're done. So get over it.
I feel like my cousin Vinny, the suit had the mud all over it.
The two what?
What was that word? Did you say utes?
Yeah, 2 utes.
Where's this going?
I have no idea.
Forget it.
But with that said, thank you for tuning in. Thanks for everybody who always supports. Thanks
and
for
then he had that fucking maroon little shit with the bow tie.
thanks to Dirt Dog for always hooking us up with the dope artwork. We always appreciate everything you do, Adam. And
a 1962
I don't know.
fucking Buick Skylark.
And props again to Murs. Appreciate your time, man. Nice
Just a
candid
cool ass
interview.
dude, man.
Very cool, man.
You know, that dude has had a hell of a hip hop life, for real, man. Over 20 years, and he's been there. Been everywhere and seen everything.
He's not affected like
You know what else has been everywhere and seen everything? Are those dreads.
True Cali rep right there.
All right, hey, for real though, thanks again, everybody. Big ups to the homie Murs. Check it out, takeitpersonalradio.com. Raj.
You're checking out Take It Personal Radio at takeitpersonalradio.com, where you can find all the episodes, interviews, and the latest merch available. takeitpersonalradio.com.
What the fuck is that?
What if I could ice down all my tears? Would my face be covered in diamonds from ear to ear? Would real niggas respect me then? Would some of these white girls want to be more than my friend? If I could take all of my tears and cry them into a chain, I wonder how many million more followers I gain. I bet my socials would be super lit. It wouldn't even matter what type of vocals that I had to spit. I could turn all the salty water that fell from my eyes into some diamond carats. Then when I cry in public, I can finally do so without having someone tell me I should feel embarrassed. Cause I'm not, and I cried a whole lot when I filed for divorce and when the homie got shot, and not one time did I laugh at Tyrese's tears. Cause when I was separated from my son, I cried every day for almost a year. And near the end of that year span, I was filled with joy because my new fiance and I were expecting a baby boy. But after 40 weeks, he was born without a heartbeat. Still we chose to march forward instead of retreat. I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it seemed impossible to take the next step, I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it felt like God had his foot on my chest, I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it felt like I couldn't take another breath, I put one foot in front of the next. Cause life is just a battle in the shadow of death. We buried Pooh in the very same day they called and said they wanna take my baby away. I beat the case, but I didn't beat the odds. I got so many questions when I finally meet God. Like, why you make it so hard? Why you even let me try? Why my marriage couldn't work? Why you let my baby die? I apologize, but not. You about to hear a lot. This is not really music, it's me dealing with my thoughts. It was breathe, trauma, breathe, trauma, breathe, trauma, breathe. It's hard to kill the drama when the trauma won't leave. So if karma does exist, I find it hard to believe. Cause if you reap what you sow, I didn't sow these seeds. I need a Grammy for the damage, platinum plaque as a bandage. A couple healthy kids before I start to understand it. But because the fans demanded and the label said I should, I put it all into these songs in the hopes it's understood. I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it seemed impossible to take the next step, I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it felt like God had his foot on my chest, I put one foot in front of the next. Even when it felt like I couldn't take another breath, I put one foot in front of the next. Cause life is just a battle in the shadow of death.
I've been crawling up the side of a mountain. Problems that got me falling back down. Know this, all the flames, I'll put them down. I know I'm gonna climb out. I've been crawling up the side of a mountain. Problems got me falling back down. Know this, all the flames, I'll put